Good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is for you guys. It's not super early in the morning for me. It's 9 a.m., but it's a little early because I haven't gotten much sleep. I wasn't really expecting the update to be out this soon, although as minor as it is, I guess it's not so surprising. So welcome everybody. I had this scheduled for I think I had it scheduled originally for noon or 11 a.m. Eastern. Obviously, we're doing it a little sooner, and so we'll do Tutorial Tuesday tonight later on. And let's see. It looks like I was going to have gluttony, but we'll do something else. Um, and so yeah, so if you guys have questions about is the fleet carrier skin? No, it's not a skin for fleet carriers. If you guys have specific questions about the update and specific things you'd like me to check, by all means, let me know in chat. We'll do a giveaway here around 9:30, so in about a half hour. I'm using a new bot in Streamlabs to try to do that, so hopefully it won't be a total nightmare. And we'll see if it actually works. If not, I'll just kind of do it the easy manual way. I'll talk about mining here in just a second. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal, that big a deal, assuming it's not bugged like the other stuff that's bugged right now. So yeah, we'll test that. I've already tested high grade emission farming per the video I put out a while back, and it's working just as it was before. So there's no issues there, which for me, given how much I do, is pretty nice. Yeah, there are. Gluttony Fang is asking me, streaming now, that about the stutter issue, and yeah, we'll be able to reproduce those here. Actually, you know what? I know if I jump through a star, it'll reproduce. So let me just go do that. Let's see. Yeah, I can jump in this. You guys can't see my frame rate counter because of my field of view. It's off in the edge. But right now, like I was getting really low field of view. Right now, I'm getting 60 at Jameson with an unlocked frame rate on a 2080 Ti. So, something is definitely not right now. That's not super to be surprised of, given how many. Actually, there's nobody in my instance right now. Look at that. I was going to say, given how busy Jameson is. Let me also turn my VFX back on. We were playing around with in the past there was a bug where the VFX settings would screw stuff up. So let's just jump somewhere random. There's somebody over here. Audio gone. Audio gone for everybody or game audio? I've got game audio turned down. So that might be why. Confirm that you guys can hear me. And Discord, will you guys shout out real quick and confirm they can hear you?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, I can hear the in-game sound. Okay. And yeah, it's always a good idea to back up your keybinds. I had my keybinds backed up just anyway. I didn't have any issues with this patch with that so far, but yeah, that's always a good idea. Okay, so let's get jumped and see if we can reproduce the stutter issue everyone's seeing. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. And you guys could hear Discord chat as well, correct? Yeah, okay. Good. Alright, well, let's jump and see what we get. Again, I'll try to watch chat. A lot of the guys that usually help me moderate aren't up and on right now, so it's a little harder. Yeah, you see these little stutters? That's not as bad as it was. Okay, it does seem like it's getting better, although I am seeing a bunch of little stutters. Let's jump back to Jameson. The game is off. It is a little off center, isn't it? Hold on, I can fix that. That should be centered. Sorry about that. Alright, let's jump back. Thanks, Lopez, at the Loose Screws crew. Good name. I like that. Mango, you said you're heading out, okay?
You got like 10 minutes.
Well, then, to hell with you. We won't play with you, will we?
Oh. Yeah. I'm making video.
No, I get it. I get it. I still, I'm gonna start pinging you here soon to, or bugging you more to do. There we go. There's the stutter. Look at that. About the vulture video we talked about.
Yeah, yeah. I got an idea now for the intro, so it
Okay, cool.
should be a lot better.
Yeah, why am I getting such a terrible frame rate right now? Do I have something locked? Nope. Yeah, and I'm getting 60 right now. Oh, imagine that. New patch, new bugs. A bug fix patch. We predicted it yesterday. We were talking about it. It was like, okay, what's it going to be? Are there any bugs already found with this patch? Ha ha ha! You must be new to Elite. Yeah, there's a pretty major stutter issue happening. That's yeah. I mean, you can see it right now. Let me just stay in a roll. Okay, it's stopped for the moment. Kind of inconsistent. It's been coming and going. They responded back in the forums to say, in fact, I can find the forum post, to say that they here's what they said. Thanks for the reports. Our early investigation suggests that this is just initial server jitters. Oh, who's getting us? The Matrix has us. Well, let's test some combat.
Reverse key. He'll reverse key on you.
Yeah,
Then I'll
reverse
just,
key.
then I'll just
Well,
fly
if you have
away.
your multis, you'll be good to go, though.
I do.
Just because he showed. Just hold your boost to make him fly at you.
Yeah, and Dremon.
He's got a lot of hull.
Yeah.
It's very good too.
I don't know how long I'm going to fight this because I don't really. This isn't necessarily what I want to be testing right now. Yeah, and it's not just after you clear the star that it clears up. It's definitely longer than that. Let's see. Has he got one chaff or two? Just one. And yep, he's just flying reverse. So yeah, the easy way to defeat a reverse key is fly reverse it yourself. I don't really have time for this.
He hit 4 shell too.
Yeah, force shell. That's if you guys see what's knocking me around. That's force shell. It's if you're FA off, it's very effective.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't have time for this. I'm streaming right now, so don't have time. Test. Yeah, Program Ram, you said you're out exploring. Any VR changes? No, not that I've seen, right? As for the overlay I'm using, it's called GamepadViewer.com. It's a very custom overlay. Maybe I'll just self-destruct for him. Well, so far, we haven't noticed any quote-unquote fixes. I guess it seems like the fighter bug is fixed. Do we think that?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah. So that was the biggest one that we were worried about.
You got to.
Dude, can you hurry along? There we go. Yeah, and I was on I was featured on the I can't talk. The trending page on YouTube's main trending page in the U.S. on All Day Spin, and the way they indicated it was going to be a few days, but it happened right away on Sunday because I didn't like I rushed out a video real quick because I wanted to post something that would cover it. So, is there already an option button for changing HUD color? No, that's I've got a video on custom HUDs, and that's what I'm running. Oh no, this is why you play open. I had no problem with him grabbing me. I was in an FDL and open at Jameson. Of course he grabbed me. I don't mind one bit. That's what you get. I'm just trying to decide what else should we go check. I went and checked mining pay. That'll be an interesting one to watch during the day. Is multi-crew fixed? I seriously doubt it, but we can try that. Who's in game right now? Jason, are you at Jameson still?
Basa is.
Are you up for multi-crewing with me? And by
Sure.
multi-crew not working, what do you guys, when you say multi-crew fixed, what do you mean
I'm in
specifically?
Sometimes it won't even let you connect to it when somebody
Okay,
plays your
okay.
potion.
Let me slap on just some random turreted weapons real quick, just if you don't mind, Jason.
Okay.
Just to give you
Up to you.
something to shoot at. The patch is mixed so far. There's a pretty major problem with stutter right now that Frontier is claiming. Actually, here, I'll post the link in for you guys to the post. That they're claiming it's just a, kind of like an early server problem because so many people are on. Thank you, Musa57 on Twitch. Appreciate it. I don't know that I really buy that, so we're going to find out. Oh, let's see. I'll put some good old, what do you want? Pulse lasers.
I know what I need to do. Get the ball rolling.
Good old unengineered pulse lasers. This will be deadly,
Oh.
Jazod.
Hell yeah.
Is anybody else around that we can shoot at, Jazod, and like fuck with the fighter and stuff?
Let me check.
Yeah, see if you can find somebody that'll kind of test with us.
There's not many people online right now.
Yeah, it's early US.
Alright,
Let me add you to my friends list. I'm in Gerardo right.
send something.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
What are you laughing at, Mango? Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, for $1, you can post all the poop emojis you want. Thank you for that, Mr. Mango.
That's right.
Okay, so let's
So,
see what we got.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Have we done anything to look at the new system states yet? And like, okay,
No, not
like,
yet. And-
I'm very interested to see if any of them give pharmaceutical isolators or if there's any like the different types of interactions with the different.
Oh, that
the
I've
new-
tested. I've tested high grade farming just in general, and that worked fine. Like the method that I posted in the video still works just fine. I haven't specifically gone to look for pharma isolators, but we'll have to wait a little bit for the system states to update in EDDB and Inara to know, to find, other than looking on the galaxy map to find an outbreak system. Generally, just as a quick tip to folks, if you need less than 16 of a grade 5 material, and that's just all you need, go find Imperial shielding, because last night I did some tests. You can get 100 Imperial shielding from takeoff to landing in under 20 minutes. So just go get 100 of those, go trade them for 16 of any other grade 5 and be done with it.
Yeah. I'm just more interested in seeing so
Hey, Jekyll.
I was worried that it might be nerfed after your video. I feel like made it very sort of known
Popular.
in the community, and a lot of people were using.
Yeah.
And so I felt like, oh, they might close the door every once in a
Yep.
while. It's not a problem. You're not doing anything illegal.
Nope.
But every once in a while, when an engineer within the computer company, they see that, oh wow, a lot of people are doing this method, they close loopholes.
Yep.
So I was worried. So I already got to 100 of every grade 5.
I did that last night
manufactured
too.
material
I
last
did
week.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
And
But,
I was worried that for two reasons. One, I use that method all the time, and two, of course, had they changed it, I'm sure people would quote unquote blame me for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far it didn't.
I'd blame you.
I
It
know you
makes
would.
feel
You're an
better.
asshole though.
Well, but here's the thing though. If it's one of those deals where it was an 80% chance nothing changes, a 20% chance they close the loophole. So if you just play the odds, which they didn't close the loophole, now you get the credit then by contrast for letting all of the community know that, hey, there's a way you could do this without killing yourself.
Well, the way I've always looked at things like that is, if they fix it in the meantime, everybody else has a right to get to use it as much as everybody else. So I don't really prescribe to the whole. Wow, I'm getting bad jitter right now too, and there's nobody in system. Okay, so I found a vet here, Jazod. I don't see him now. Bilebot's here. Bilebot, if you've got an interdictor, will you grab us? Or we could just drop on you if I don't actually see you. Where are you? There you are. Oh, and you just disappeared.
The instance, it looks like.
Wow.
There's still an instance, but we don't see him right now because this game's good.
Yeah, just like that, going back and forth like that is just terrible right now. It's killing my frame rate.
However, that's not not seeing people in the instance sometimes for some reason. It's just, oh my god,
Yeah.
this game.
Okay, there's somebody. Who is that? Okay, it's the vet. Let's see if he has an interdictor.
Jayzod, you traded some paint last night with some of my buddies.
Who now?
Jayzod did.
No, I mean who did
Dubs, Tier Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They
They were
They dropped into 5.
Balbot, I see your low wake. I'm gonna drop one hit. Okay, I see you, buddy. Thank you. You're very welcome, Terry. Yeah, this lag issue we were taking bets yesterday. Oh, wow, you jumped. I'm gonna drop, Bile, if you want to drop on me, since I'm right in front of you. I'm gonna also deploy a fighter, so that we can see if oh shit. Oh yeah, there it is. If spamming commands to the fighter has any answers. It didn't seem that it did earlier, or do we think it did, Jayzod?
Well, I was helping Link test it, and he said that he was seeing a bit of it, but we'd have to do a lot more testing
Yeah,
to be able to confirm it.
fair.
But so far, it looks like it's still there.
Yeah, like right now, just sitting in.
You're like Wotherspoon. I play so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You'll have to bind your pulse lasers for me to be able to use them.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I never fucking do multi-crew. There you go.
Neither do I.
Have you got him now?
I should. Wait, I don't think I have my motor crew set up.
Yeah. Okay.
But just like run through the options. Just
Well,
look
and
at
the
mine.
main thing was also just to see if it worked, right? Okay, I'm gonna spam a bunch of commands to the fighter. Okay, that
Are you
doesn't
just trying to see
seem
if she talks?
No, like there used to be a bug that if you spammed commands at the fighter, it would absolutely
Oh, yeah,
destroy
yeah.
an instance.
Yeah.
Feel free to shoot at me, Balbot.
For some reason, it won't let me get in motor crew. And the fighter. And the gunner.
Oh, Jimmy, here, I can bring it in. Hold on. If you think that's
Nah, I
what it
mean
is.
the gunner will roll out the fighter. It's not bad. Let me just make sure my binds aren't messed up.
Okay.
Has anybody heard from the AX boys on any
No.
of the Invincible Hearts or anything?
No, not yet. That would be a good one to go test here in a minute too. Gluttony was just messaging with me. He's going to join me to stream tonight. So
Nice.
we'll be testing it, tonight, but that's obviously in a few hours. Let me look and
Yeah.
see. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's any currently. Oh yeah, there we go. And out in So there are some damaged stations still down in
There it goes,
Pleiades. But man, the stutter is happening in here too. Like as I'm zooming in and out, I can feel it kind of going. I don't know if that's coming through on stream, if that's noticeable or not. Yeah, right there. I can see it. So if stream, you guys let me know if you can tell that little stutter. If it's just
It's
that
sort of
obvious to me.
It's sort of a little hard to tell because of the 30-second delay. So when
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
stream, can you tell we're
Yep,
seeing
yep.
the system?
No,
now.
I know. I know you guys are. Stream is hearing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, did you say you were out of ammo? And Jayzod, did I just see you firing?
Yeah, it's changing sensitivity for the camera.
Okay, cool. Fixed until it's been a while that we've tested it, right? I mean, it might be working right now. Like I've had instances where, hearts weren't invisible and then they were.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at least working, right, Jayzod?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a better sign. Okay, you guys see the
Did they-
stutter? Yeah. Okay.
Did they even say that they were going to fix? I know they said they were going to try to fix Invincible Heart. They were going to try to fix the instant splitting. Did they even say that they were going to try the weird bug where like you would get crazy heat
Oh wow, that
build up?
teleport. I'm seeing the fighter lag from
Are
my
you?
point of view. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
interesting. Interesting.
we just teleported for me. And another one. Wow, you can actually see it from the Mortar Crew perspective.
Vinny, are you saying that you saw the stutter issue I'm seeing, but then it finally went away? Like, it's definitely inconsistent.
So, what happened to me was like I opened the game for the first time.
Hmm.
I had a
Oh, hey.
little, a bunch of stutter in my galactic
What
map.
are you doing? Jesus.
Every time I used zoom, my game would go down to 20 FPS and then go back to 60 after a few seconds.
Okay.
I got actually a freeze in the game, but right now it seems to be fine. I had to restart the
Yeah.
game though.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm wondering, like, my gut says that we're just, that it's that like it's just obviously inconsistent, right? That we're probably going to see it and then we're not going to see it, and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. And about the heart bug,
We're going to try this. We're going to try a giveaway. So if this works, you need to be subbed to the channel, and let me see what the command that you guys have to type in to do it is. Where did that go?
Just quickly sub. Forgot about that.
You're not subbed. What an ass!
What?
Except I put it 30. All right. Well, sorry. I started the giveaway with a 30-minute timer, not realizing that that's how it works. So we're gonna try this anyway. Maybe I can do it early. And shit, what is it you have to type in? Now I can't remember. Whoops. Oh god damn it! Hold on. I'm just gonna stop it and restart it. Sorry, everybody. Hold on a sec here. So we're giving away a Crate Phantom skin, the Frontier skin, so one you can't get any other way. Let's just put this over here. Subscribers only, and let me see what you have to type in to register for it. Settings. Aha. You have to put in bang ship dash skin. So, everybody found it. Great. Well, I guess that worked easy, didn't it? Let's start it. So maybe it is working. Okay, so guys, if you already put in ship skin, do it again for me, please, because I don't think it caught it. At least it doesn't look like it's picking it up. Because, wow, everybody's sure good at that. Foreskin, I love it. Nice smiley. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking it up. Because I would think that this would be showing me. So I might just literally do a scroll through the comments. And then figure this out later. So yeah, we'll let it run for 5 minutes so you guys keep entering. Please only enter once. If I see you in the list twice and you win, you don't win. So please keep it to only once. Let's see what were we just talking about that we wanted to test? Jayzot, what other things can you think of that we want to look at?
Not really sure. It was interesting to see that from Mortar Crew you can see the fighter leg.
And I don't know that I'm seeing it.
No, I mean, like whenever I was like, oh, Jesus, that was loud. So, Kerm just shot me, and whenever it does the whole like eject thing, it was looping it really fast and was really loud.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, if it was going fast, it might have been because it was recovering from like a rubber banding type thing. Like it had slowed down and then it caught up quick.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Streamlab bot did post in chat. That's good to know. At least that worked. But I'm not seeing any of the entries in Streamlabs. Sorry, guys. It's the first time I've done a giveaway with the Streamlabs chat bot. So forgive me for it if it's a little screwed up. But no worries, Wraith. If you happen to win, I'll cut you a slack. And yeah, I did, Chris Wu. We did do that earlier. I spammed a bunch of commands at the fighter, and it didn't seem to do anything. Let me get the fighter back out since it got killed.
Here, let me. I was gonna deploy in it, see if that bug will happen again.
Oh, okay. Can you switch into it once I've deployed it, or do I have to bring it back?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, while you guys are sort of figuring that out, I want to take 1 second to plug something. if people haven't heard it yet, go back and check out the last Friday's Commander Ezegius with friends. They had a whole long talk on the history of like the sort of interactions with the Thargoids and the Xeno, all of that stuff, and it was fucking amazing. It
That was a
really,
fun.
really good from
That was
Laura's
definitely a fun
perspective.
one. Yeah. Hold
Here,
on.
just come again, Kerm. I want to see
Since
if
you're
the
talking
bug-
about it, I'll grab the URL for it.
It was so good. I mean, just as a newer player to the game who's only been playing within the last year, like hearing kind of, okay, this happened and this happened, and you get sort of the real world, like, okay, this is what when we first started getting interdicted or whatever, but then you get also the sort of from the lore standpoint,
Yep.
what
Yep.
it all was supposed to mean.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It's pretty rare that I do that much gameplay in one of the tutorial or one of the Friends on Friday interviews. So that was a fun one to do that for sure. Yeah, wow, this stutter is just like
No, no,
that's
no, no, no,
that's
no.
game breaking, right? I mean, that's like this
can you
is
hear me, Kerm?
it's killing me.
Have you guys had a bug
There
with
you go,
synthesis,
Jason.
like where
You
you're
didn't
trying
do it that
to?
time. That's weird.
What was the question about synth?
I was trying to kill a target yesterday, and when
Uh-huh.
I noticed a bug that when I was trying to sing something, and I did not look away from the panel, my game would froze some seconds, and sometimes it would crash. I've heard from another commander having the same bug. I just wanted to confirm if it's a general bug of maybe.
Haven't seen that one personally. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That I, but yeah, I haven't seen it.
I was sending a lot of
I
chaff
think
yesterday, so it didn't happen for me.
I think they were doing something though in the background yesterday that was messing with their servers because when I had a group of friends that were on, they were doing something. They were trying to like drop in on wakes or whatever, and it was saying like you had to scan it first. It was different than
That's a known bug.
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen that one before too. Um, and so, by the way, guys, let me see. I'm going to go to the Galaxy map. I just locked to 60 frames, as you see, and I got to admit, it's much smoother all of a sudden.
Nice.
Like I set it to 60, 60. I mean, nice, but not really.
I mean,
I've
well,
got a
hopefully-
140
hopefully
hertz
it-
monitor.
Hopefully, in a couple of days or whatever, they'll fix whatever it is, and you can put it back. But at least it's good to know.
No,
as a
exactly. It's a short term. It's
temporary.
short term fixes. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let me set it back to 144 and see if I lock it at 144. All right, it's smooth again. Let's change that one more time. Whoops, back to what it was a second ago. Let's see if this is just a freak. Let's turn that to off. Okay, it might just be that it cleared up a bit. I'd probably need to jump a bit just to see. Yeah. Okay. So you got in the fighter, Jzod, and it worked okay. Like, what was the last thing we were going to test? We were just talking about something before that happened.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
I
those,
think you were gonna test a fighter lag again.
yeah. So go ahead
Yeah.
and deploy if you don't, or you want me to deploy an NPC
Yeah,
into it and spam commands.
yeah,
at
it's
it? Yeah.
the
Yeah.
NPC.
Okay. For
So
those
the
that are,
lag doesn't happen if it's a player in the fighter, only the
Gotcha.
NPCs.
Gotcha. So for those that have just joined, welcome. We're testing various things. We found one pretty major bug right now, which is a stutter issue that I was just having a second ago, and for the moment cleared up. It cleared up once I set to 60, which I'm not set to 60 right now, but I am. And I'm sorry, you guys can't see my FPS counter because of my field of view. But I'm at 144 right now, but I'm only getting 60. But at least it's smooth again. And before we get to testing the fighter, let's finish the giveaway, which the entries didn't get in. So I'm literally just gonna scroll through the list quickly and pick somebody blind. In fact, you know what? So you guys know what I'm doing. I'm going to even put it on screen here just a bit. So scroll. Got my eyes closed. Stop. And that person, Pete Longman. Pete, you win.
Congrats.
So contact me, please. You can either ping me via email from the channel, or even better would be via Discord. Let's see if you're still here. You win. Yeah, if you can reach out to me, Pete, via Discord, that'd be great. I can get you the codes and everything. Let's see, Claire. My normal frame rate is fine. It's usually in the like right now, I should be getting 144 easy. I'm on a 2080 Ti and an 8086K delidded and overclocked at 5.3 gigahertz, so it's
2080.
not exactly a shit machine. Um, so yeah, again, congrats, Pete. Oh yeah, great. Pete's still in the chat. Awesome. So yeah, please ping me in Discord. In the level 11 Discord, you can either just at me there or DM me, send me a friend request. I'm locked, so you have to send a friend request. But yeah, do that, and I'll get you the code. We're gonna do another one here shortly. The next one we'll do is a giveaway for the game. And if you guys will bear with me for 1 second, let me see it. Let me try to set this up one more time. And see if I can actually get this to work. So bear with me 1 minute. And chat, if you guys have questions, keep throwing them out. Let's see. Let's delete this. Let's make a new one. Custom and full copy of Elite Dangerous. And if anybody from Frontier happens to be listening, thanks to them for doing that for me, for giving me the skins to these things to give away to you guys. It was very generous of them. Let's see. Everybody can enter. Go. Sorry that I'm a little not ready to go with this.
Unacceptable.
I know.
Wow. Wow.
Unacceptable.
Hey, it's patch day. Give him a break.
I know. Save. Okay, there we go. Man, I sure wish it was picking up it was picking things up so I could do that in here, but here we go. So we'll go ahead and do another one pretty quickly here. We'll do this one in the next 5 minutes while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so yeah, so I've got the fighter out now. Spam commands at it. That's what we were going to do, wasn't it? As you can see,
Yeah, just
setting
boost
up.
around while spamming
Yeah.
the commands and while having your turrets fire, because apparently that makes the lag speed up a little bit more. I'll go into third person and tell you if it's lagging
Okay,
for me
cool,
too.
cool, perfect. Everybody gets to laugh at my terrible PA aim.
Exigeous, apparently the stutter bug was reported on the beta.
Oh yeah. I
Uh,
reported it really early in the forum thread, and Frontier has acknowledged it. So far, they've basically said that it's a the servers are busy because everybody's playing is their excuse at the moment, which I have a little bit of a hard time with. But I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for the moment and see. Yeah, my frame rate is not great, but not terrible.
Is there also a possibility? I don't know how this stuff works, so you'll have to. Somebody that knows computers will have to explain to me. Is there also a possibility that their servers are getting a lot of traffic just because
Oh,
of
sure.
people
No, there
downloading the whole
absolutely
update?
is. Now, what doesn't make a lot of sense from that, from a technical standpoint, is, servers being busy shouldn't be affecting a client when you're just like right now playing in normal space, right? So that's a little tough to believe to a degree. Then again, the way Elite goes, you never know. Oh man, is the
have you
stream
tested
bad?
other game modes like solo and private groups?
No, we've
Happens
pretty
as
much been in open the whole time, so I could play with other folks, but that is a good thing. And yeah, you guys can see the stutter that's happening right now. If I look at bandwidth, my bandwidth is pretty high. I don't run with bandwidth on much, so I can't really compare it. Let me go back and lock at 60 and see if that, makes any
Yeah,
difference.
the bandwidth is pretty high for only 2 people in the instance.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Let's see if
It
this
will start
fixes
increasing
anything.
exponentially the longer the fighter's out.
Okay, I gotta admit that right away it's a lot smoother. So let's play for a bit here, and see if that's maybe a short-term fix. Hey, I landed a PA shot because he's holding still. Imagine that.
The bandwidth has, like, the receive has nearly doubled since I said that it was high.
Yeah, like I'm seeing, 80,000,
Triple.
90,000.
60,000 here.
And I don't usually watch it much, so I'm not sure what's right.
I don't either, but like it's jumping really high, which I know is what happens when there's fighter lag.
Okay.
Anything above 50-ish thousand, close is not good.
Yeah, okay. I'm spamming right now, and it's 80,000, 90,000, 60,000, 70.
That's what.
Again, I'm sorry
On my
you guys
screen,
can't
it's
see
hopping
that.
between. On my screen, it's hopping between 30,000 and 60,000.
Okay. In fact, let me I can show you guys. Well, let me get my chat off the screen if I'm going to do that. I'll show you guys the
Maybe I can
full
just-
field of view. So that's my full field of view. I've got a 32 by 9, 49-inch display, so it's a little tough. But you guys can at least see the bandwidth meter right now. So I'll leave this. Actually, you can't because it's in the middle of the. Let's do that. Now you can see it. So I'm going to leave this in this mode for just a second, chat, and then I'll put it back. So I know it's very difficult to probably watch like this. Let me spam the fighter again. It definitely seems better in terms of fighter lag. Would you agree? I mean, it was completely unusable before, right?
It's still
You
bad.
have still lag.
Do you think it's as bad, or do you think it's better at least?
I mean, it's like, I'm not going to use a comparison, but it's still bad.
Okay. Like it's still bad to the point that we probably won't allow fighters.
If someone used it against anybody else, they'd win. That's how bad it is still.
Okay. Like I said, I never saw it before, so I I haven't used fighters in so long just because of it that I didn't know how to compare it.
Hey, X, I gotta go for a bit. I'm gonna
Okay,
jump
that's
on
fine.
more
That's
screen.
fine. Okay, so we've tested multi-crew. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the station. Let's recall this. Let me put this back to normal so you guys aren't looking at little tiny mode.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Aposto. Good. Somebody
Missed out
can
on everything.
help me with chat if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm logged in all right now. I just
Okay, sweet.
hopping in.
Oh, what? Wrong window. Bear with me just another second here, guys. Where did that window go? There it is. Again, welcome. If you guys are new to the channel, new to the stream, thanks for stopping by. We're testing the update. So far, it's maybe better, but it's still got some major issues. The biggest one right now is this lag spike issue that we keep seeing. It does seem to be, like so far, if I lock to 60 frames per second, that seems to have at least helped. It's hard to know. I mean, I'm gonna have to test it a bit more to see if that really is the issue or not. But it is seeming to make it better. Let me head back to Jameson. I'm just gonna grab a DBX and start jumping. Aposto is there. Are you gonna jump in game, Aposto, right now?
I am
Okay.
slowly working on it.
Okay, cool.
I still haven't installed the patch yet.
I was gonna
so-
say, if you can see if you because I didn't even look. I was so tired when I hit update. If somebody can maybe tell me what they think the download size of the patch is, that would be great.
It's about a,
Oh,
it's about
good.
a gig.
Hey, this time the little tool worked. It looks like I can actually use the tool to pick a winner this time. So I think the timer stopped, so I don't guess people can still enter. I think it's locked that way. Let me drop it, Jameson, and we'll pick another winner. And this again is for a
56.
full copy of the game. If you already own the game and this becomes an alt that you use yourself, obviously you could give it to a friend if you wanted to. If you really don't like your friends, but if it's a second alt for yourself, I even have a quick start guide with the goal of setting up a exploration alt. Like if you wanted an account to live out in Colonia, which is what I do, for example, I've got a quick start guide that'll rush you through getting, Felicity unlocked, getting the Guardian FSD booster, building yourself an ASP with like a 65 light year range, and then heading out to Colonia. So just as a possible tip. Okay, right at a gig. I'm getting reports between 1.6 gigs and 956 megs. I've got two people saying 956, so I'm guessing that's it. 946,
Mine on
980.
PC was 1.63.
Okay, all right.
It upgrade. And that was about 5 minutes ago. Now the
You're
the
kind of
launcher
frozen.
started going, so it is.
Okay.
Uh,
Again, if
Hold
there's
on.
specific things you guys would like me to test, please throw them in the chat. If I missed that comment, feel free to to shout out until I do. Okay, Xbox 3.6 gigs. Interesting. So I
Oh my
wonder if that
gosh.
means Xbox got more fixes, or if it was just the way the deployment is on Xbox is just bigger. I can confirm locking 60 fixed most of the stutter issue for Thomas as well. Okay, that's good to know. Um,
Okay.
in fact, okay, so let's do the giveaway real quick. So I'm going to see if this works and just click pick a winner. And there we go. HR Rubin. You win. Let's see if it posts it in chat.
It did. It posted.
Did it? Okay,
That's
great, great.
cool.
Sweet.
But I don't know about Twitch.
Let's see. I probably don't have it working correctly for Twitch. Twitch guys, I'm sorry. I've got another skin I can give away, so maybe we'll do one specifically for Twitch if I can figure it out. Or I'll figure out a way to get you guys in the mix. So sorry about that for right now, Twitch. The easiest thing is to jump over to YouTube, as much as I hate to say that.
If it comes down to it, I could probably do something where I check chat, ask Twitch. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
well,
that might-
because I'm using the CloudBot thing where it everybody automatically registers, right? I think I don't know that I can do it on Twitch right now. I think I can set that up.
Right.
So Ruben, okay, great. I see that you commented back. If you can reach out to me on Discord, I could get you. I'll get you all the information. Probably be after the stream. Milos, thank you so much, buddy. I absolutely appreciate that. Okay, we absolutely will do that. My mining ship is down in my home system, so let me head there. He wants to test multi-crew mining, and I've actually oddly had a bunch of people comment that on my videos. Aposto, are you up for testing that with me once you get in game?
Sure.
Let me get in my DBX and we'll head down to get my mining ship. But yeah, sure, I'll absolutely do that. Okay, Joshua's saying he takes it back. He's getting spikes again when locked at 60. Seems related to the number of bodies in his system. Interesting. Okay. As I'm jumping, I'll look and see what the system sizes are. By the way, please make fun of me for running a docking computer on my DBX. This is my multitasking ship, so. Game is very laggy on PS4, almost unplayable. Is that, Aegis, is that after the patch, or was that before the patch? Oh yeah, test rebuy for crew member. Yeah, we do need to do that actually. You know what? When I get down to, I should have done that while I was in the crate. When I get down to my home system, I'll grab my mining crate. If it doesn't have a fighter on it, I'll add one real quick, and we'll absolutely test that. I'll admit I didn't know that was coming. For those that don't know, you now can rebuy your NPC, right? So if you have an NPC that dies, you can just rebuy them, and there's a range of prices. I sent that to Yamix, and I'll post that to you guys. Here it is. So bear with me. I don't know if this is going to paste in formatted right, so if it doesn't, sorry. But, actually it's above. The most I can paste it once. So those are the rates. So essentially a harmless NPC, if you buy him back, is 20,000 credits, and an elite ranked one is 2.2 million. And I'll admit, what do you guys think about that? I'm a little mixed. I've always liked the fact that there's consequences for it. Then again, times like a buddy of mine and I were just screwing around once, and he had his elite fighter with him and didn't think about it, and I killed him because we were just screwing around, and bam, he loses his elite ranked fighter. So I guess I have to be
never made any sense that your fighter just
it
dies,
doesn't.
dude.
I agree.
Not
I mean, from a
settle.
from a lore immersion standpoint, I definitely have to agree with that, right? That if I can eject, right, why can't my fighter? So I think I have to agree with that.
I'll be honest, I think it's a good thing, because if they actually fixed fighters to where, and it doesn't look like they did, right? It's still not good enough to use. But if they did, then we would see elite fighter pilots in some PvP situation.
That would be
rather than just hiring what is it, master.
Yeah, is it master or expert rank that you can? That's the highest you can.
It's something. It's either master or expert, but it's cool to have a elite rank fighter pilot, and they do make a difference, at least in PVE. I never wanted to really risk it, so I've lost a couple of pilots in the past, and you're like, well, that's stupid. I'm not going to waste my time again.
Yeah, no, agreed. Okay, this system.
I think
Not,
it's
I wouldn't
better.
call this system big. Whoever that was.
I feel like the pilot the SLF pilot change is great because the fact of the matter is if you're at the point where you have to be too precious with your combat pilot, your crew member, then you don't really get to use it as much, and if you're not using it, then it sort of
Defeats the
like
purpose. No,
yeah. So
Well, like I said, from a lore perspective, certainly it makes more sense that that if you, again, as Apostle said, if you're gonna lose them and we can eject and things like that, it makes no sense that they wouldn't be able to.
yeah.
Okay, give me.
And as far as the costs involved, I feel like it's because by the time you get to the point where you have a crew member that's elite, you're looking at 2.25 million. Like, okay, so like my ship rebuy at that point is going to be many, many, many millions. So who cares? As far as well, for a lot of the time, but for the newer people starting out, 20,000 for a harmless is nothing. And I mean, you're looking at 2 void opals. So.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Right.
One thing that I think would be better is if you could choose not to rehire, or you could penalize your NPC pilot for not doing a good job. That would be great. You could charge him or fine him, or they should
I mean,
do something more interesting like that.
I mean, obviously, it would be cool from a gameplay perspective if there was some kind of little rescue mission or some kind of something, but that's not gonna happen. So,
And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna start it over again. So just hang on, guys. Don't let me. It worked last time. Let me see what I got wrong this time. So give me a second here.
Teamlabs is posting.
Okay, it looks like it's all set. Tell you
Is it
what,
supposed to
I'm gonna
post to chat when it's ready?
Yeah, it did. It started a second ago, and everybody started applying.
Check Twitch too. If, people are saying it's down.
And yeah,
Still
right
up
now,
for me.
guys, it's not going to work on Twitch, so forgive me, Twitch. I will work that out for you guys for the next stream. I'm going to be streaming later tonight for the for Tutorial Tuesday with Gluttony Fang, and I've got some more codes that I can give away, so we'll do that tonight. So don't worry, it will happen. We will do some more, and I'll do my best to get Twitch working for that. All right, I'm going to try this again because it looks like it's all set. So let's try start again. And there you go, guys. This should work. Oh, everybody kept doing it anyway. So if you've typed in Assassin already, please do it again. Damn it, it's not picking it up. Oh, it is picking it up. Great. It is working. So you guys go ahead and, if you've entered already, go ahead and enter again.
I'm loving the 19 variations of spelling on the word assassin that I'm
I
seeing.
know. I picked one a little hard, didn't I? Maybe hopefully I didn't misspell it.
That's awesome.
Ass in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great, guys. And I'm seeing and this one I ran a little longer. We've got 30 minutes before we'll do this giveaway. Let's see. Alexa, set a reminder for 29 minutes. Look at that. She's even good at helping you when you stream.
Yeah.
Stream
Now you
giveaway?
and the NSA know.
Yeah,
Now you and the NSA know that in 29
Absolutely.
minutes you've got stuff to do.
absolutely. So yeah, guys.
but-
Again, to those that are joining, if you'd like to come chat with us in Discord, please do. I'm on my way back, as we had a request from someone who dropped a donation. So thank you again. We're headed to back to my home station to pick up my mining ship, and Aposto and I are going to try to test some multi-crew mining, because oddly I got that request quite a lot in a couple videos. So we'll see how that works. So far, testing multi-crew seemed okay, other than fighters still seem to be an issue.
So to clarify, that's
Yeah.
multi-crew core mining, right? Because
Correct,
that was
correct,
the issue that they
correct.
said they were fixing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my Crate Mark II that I use for deep core mining. And then we'll make sure we'll see what we get for Void Opal prices. I did run out this morning, and as soon as I logged in, it was the second thing I did, and went to a station that Inara said was paying top dollar for Void Opals, and it was. So we're going to see how long it takes. You know, like the economy, the main nerf should be that the economy updates more quickly. So if you find a station that's paying top dollar, it could be by the time you get there, if commanders have sold there, that the price has dropped. I don't know if it's going to drop like from 1.6 to 1.4, if it's going to drop from 1.6 to 800. We've just got to see. So it's not like it's a nerf per se. It's more just a change to the mechanics, which might result in a nerf if you got to jump around a little bit to find top dollar, but we're just going to have to see. I think my main question is how quickly are things like Inara and EDDB going to refresh the market data to see how accurate it is. And yeah, wow, if you guys see this stutter. So locking at 60 is, in fact, I'm looking at my frame rate right now. I'm at 53. There I'm back to 60, 52, and I'm just in normal space. And I seriously doubt anybody is in our home system right now. And Roughneck is okay. So there's one person here, but that's it.
So with regard to the adjustment to the prices offered for those specifically like 6 listed rare materials, minerals, I feel like we're not going to really see how that plays out for a couple of weeks until it like settles down.
Yep.
But the two main questions or the two main points that I'm curious about are actually, number one, the thing that nobody's focusing on is they said that not only is it going to be more on supply and demand, but they've changed the demand factor, that it's not going to be that all systems in Boone are looking to pay top dollar. It's only going to be certain ones are going to want it more. So like that, how does this work is, how does it change the supply and demand quotient as far as if I show up and I have, let's say I've got painite mining in a cutter, so that means I have for top dollar for the first 100. So since you've got 522, we're going to offer you the lower price for the whole 522 because you go over that 100.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're getting.
Is it going to be a slider?
Yeah.
How does how is that going to work? Is super interesting. To
Sure.
me.
And again, Milos, thank you very much for the second generous donation. I really appreciate it, my friend. And yeah, I can see that. I don't do a whole lot of multi-crew stuff myself, so that's why I just, in a way, I'm like, really, people use multi-crew? And he's got another great point. We'll sell once we get some stuff. We'll sell in a wing to make sure that the wing bonus is working. Since Milos asked for that, and he was generous enough to donate, so yeah, we'll test that. All right, let's find my mining ship. Go.
Exegius,
puppy.
about
Yeah.
tonight. Do you plan on getting how much people to kill Fargos with you?
So tonight we'll probably just do I mean, we're going to play an open, so if people show up, they show up. But we'll probably just do Gluttony and I since it's technically Tutorial Tuesday, where I like to really focus on, on gameplay, and it's more about that than it is kind of having a lot of people like we do on other streams. That said, and I'm not sure if we'll go to Witchhead or not either. So it kind of just depends on how it works out, to be honest. I haven't talked to them enough to say is the longer answer. Aposto, you're not quite in yet, is that right?
No, I'm not
okay.
ready yet. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I thought you were going to test bugs. That's why I asked, but it's fine if it's going to be Tutorial Thursday.
Yeah. So I'll test. Yeah, I got you. I'm
problem.
sorry. Yeah, I'll do the testing earlier today. I might do it depending on how long I stream here. I might do it now. But yeah, really tonight is depending on the state of the game. It was less about. See, I was actually planning thinking the update would be a little longer. That I was going to be streaming much later in the day, and I just wouldn't have a normal scheduled Tutorial Tuesday. But now since this is out so early, assuming things are okay, we'll do just a regular one with Gluttony. So Pasto, do you remember if it's planet A3 that has the Void Opal ring in Cleese? Does that sound right?
That does sound correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if it's not like it's a big deal, but that's the way I'm gonna head.
My point was, if you're gonna try to test bugs on Firewall Combat, I try to get a bunch of people in the same instance. That's why the thing gets ugly.
Sure. Great idea. In fact, are you guys down in? If you guys are going to be down in Pleiades doing them, I'll come down there next. I need to double check, but I think did I bring it back? I've got at least an eagle, a Thargoid eagle down in HR 1183.
We've got multiple people on Pleiades right now because
Okay.
we're finding the next targets, and we just did actually.
Okay.
And
There's no
we have a
there's no
bunch of
AX
people.
conflict zones at the moment, right?
No.
No, they're all gone.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. And sorry, somebody had a question. Did I hear that? Okay.
No,
thought
I was
somebody
just
said-
confirming. No, they were.
Yeah, gotcha. And so, chat, if you've got a question and I miss it, please throw it out again. Aposto usually helps me moderate chat, but he's also getting the game set up and getting himself in. So if we miss something, feel free to shout it back out to me. If you've got something to test. So again, for those that are joining, welcome first of all, and just a quick update on the state right now. Things are okay. There's the new bug is let's go next. The new bug is there's a stutter going on. Let's see, it's not happening right now. Yeah, okay. So there's a random stutter that's happening. We haven't been able to nail down anything to fix or change it. I locked my frame rate at 60, and that seemed to help, but then it didn't. I'm certainly only getting 60. Normally I get 144 and above. I'm on a 2080 Ti and overclocked 8086K at 5.3 gigahertz, so not exactly a slow machine. And so not sure what's going on there. I did post something about it in the forums, and Steven, one of the community managers, replied and said that they're aware of it, they're looking into it. They think it's just because of all the traffic that's happening right now, which I suppose is possible. Usually on patch day or patch morning, certainly things are not always great, so that could be. And no. Okay, so somebody asked this important question. I tested this first thing I tested, actually. Has anything changed in the mechanics of collecting materials? And the only one I've tested, because I haven't been out to Jameson yet, although that hasn't changed in years. I haven't been to the Crystal Shards yet. I would be shocked if that changed. But the high-grade farming method that's in my latest video has not changed. So it works exactly like it did. I actually went and filled up almost all my grade 5 mats just because I was worried it was going to change. But no, I'm happy to report that the farming method that's in that video works perfectly still. So, okay, let's probe this ring. Come on. Go. Let's see what we get. All right, we got Alexandrite at least. Yeah, there we are, 4 nipples. We're just in my home system of Gleason 9106, if anybody's curious. And yeah, guys, the giveaway for the Assassin skin pack, it's actually a pack, I think, for a couple ships, is got 20 minutes left on it. So if you haven't registered for it, please do. Looks like there's a
So
good
just
bit.
because-
91 registered. Yeah, question.
So just because you said you don't really focus on this and do a lot of it, I just want to kind of give you a heads up. So the stuff that they were talking about fixing in the core mining in a wing aspect is, number one, you want to check that both of you guys, like when you fire one of your little not your prospector, the little exploder ones into the rock, that
They don't
you
stick.
You want to manually confirm that what you're showing the level as is the same as what your other wing member is, because what they were having was, like, I'm firing them in and I'm seeing that I'm just one under the red, but you in my wing are seeing that it's just got one pip in it at all.
Okay.
So
now,
like the levels were different.
Just to clarify, when you're using the word wing right now, do you mean multi-crew?
That's what it means. Sorry.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing was that there would be times where you would have it right into the sweet spot zone or whatever, the good zone. And you would go to do it and it would say it fails to break the rock because you're too low, even though you were shown your scanner shows you clearly we're in the perfect zone, or it was saying that it was too much and you lost a lot of the rock.
Yeah, gotcha. And somebody, I saw a question streamed by a second ago. Somebody asked, "Why is this my home system?" Pretty simple. When we set up our player miner faction, you have a limited amount of systems to choose from, and we wanted independent in Leon Respace democracy with a large station under 1,000 light seconds from the star, and this system met that criteria. So that's why. So just for BGS reasons. Otherwise, it's not that great of a system to use as a home system. Okay, and I realized getting here I might even self-destruct just to get back quickly. I didn't bring a fighter with me, damn it. But let's see how quickly we can find a core. Pastu, shout out once you get in game.
Roger that.
I don't think this is a core. It might be. It's been so long since I've done this, I can't remember what the models look like.
So you want the popcorn?
I know. I was going to say that's exactly what I think it looks like too. I always call it the
Yeah.
popcorn one, and this might be it.
That one looks right.
It is.
One to the
Low
left
temp
there.
diamonds. Okay, great. Boston, what's your ETA? Not a rush, just should I wait or?
Like 2 minutes because
Okay.
I've just got a USB problem.
Okay, I'll just hang for a second. Or if there's anybody else, let's see. Balbot, if you want to. And I'm also seeing this weird. Is that normal? See how the friends list right now is kind of jittering? It stopped, so I don't think that is normal. Yeah. Do you guys see that on stream? It's like jumping around. It's really weird. Psychedelic on Twitch. Thanks for viewing over there, but the giveaway is on YouTube at the moment. So if you want to enter the giveaway for the skin pack, much as I hate to, I don't even know if you're supposed to do this, for Twitch to come join me on YouTube so you can get it. Rednecks Gaming, thank you, my friend. Jesus, wow. $100 donation. I'm a little speechless. Thank you, my friend. Jeez. Please make sure to ping me in Discord so I can get you access to the Patreon/donors channel for a donation that big. That's wow. Very, very generous of you, my friend. Thank you so much. I think that's the biggest donation I've ever gotten, actually.
What shape?
Yeah, welcome back to streaming.
I'm
dude.
telling you. Wow,
Yeah,
I got to do this
more
more
often.
often. Pay the bills.
Holy.
And you're very welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the tutorials and everything. I've got a large list of them planned, so don't worry. There's lots more coming. And so right now, guys, we're, again, for those that are joining new, I'm waiting for a buddy, Aposto, to join me in Multicrew so we can do some mining there. Balbot, I'm not, actually, you know what? I'll take your invite so you can come find me. But then I'm going to jump out of it so that Aposto can multi-crew with me. Oh, maybe I missed that. There you go. And so, yeah, state of the game right now, things are going pretty well. There's a weird graphical issue where a lot of us are getting really, really bad stutter. Frontiers acknowledged it on the forums and is thinking they're using the excuse that it's just server traffic, which could be possible. Right, given that there's record-breaking donation for a game-breaking update. I like that. So that seems to be the major issue. It doesn't seem like issues with ship launch fighters around PvP are fixed enough to use them. There still seems to be some pretty significant lag. So okay, let me get my wing beacon on for you. There we go.
Wait a second. If we're following the model of record-breaking donation for game-breaking update, that means if you just stream every patch day from now on,
I'll be
you're gonna
loaded.
be rich.
I'm telling you, man. That's the new way to make money, right? If you'd like to come join us, we've got a pretty good crowd in Discord right now. As long as you're polite on microphone, you're welcome to come join us in chat. Yeah, and sorry, Psychedelic. I will definitely get things working for my future streams so that the giveaways work on Twitch as well. Apologies that it's only working on YouTube right now. And for the current giveaway, there's 14 minutes left, so by all means, please get registered if you haven't. I might turn off this where it reply. Do you guys like it where it replies back and says you're entered? It seems like that's causing
awesome.
a lot of chat spam. You guys do like that? Is that a good thing?
I did.
Okay, all right, then I'll leave it.
It's kind of nice to know that you're entered. that
yeah,
you
I suppose it is.
spell it right and all that.
I suppose it is. I also saw there's a way you can set it so that like everybody could enter, whether or not you're subscribed or not. But if you're a subscriber, you get like, so when you register, you get a ticket, and if you're a subscriber, you can get, you can boost it, right? So subscribers get 3 tickets, so they get 3 times the chances of non-subscribers. And I kind of dig that, I guess.
Okay, I'm in game.
Okay, great. So Bal, I'm gonna drop the wing, and Aposto, hold on, I'll invite you in.
And Roughneck's friend request. Okay, cool, Roughnecks.
Apostle, I need you to look at something for 20 seconds.
I did. Is it the? Yeah, that is awesome.
Dunkel, of course Yamix is not the only
What the
one who's
heck?
fucking allowed to stream on mic or swear on mic. I can swear on mic. You guys can swear on mic.
Gosh, darn
Dunkel
it,
asked if only
those
Yamix was allowed
children.
to swear on mic. I remember the first stream I did, somebody was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe X is swearing. It's so weird to hear him swear." It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I swear like a sailor most of the time.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between a stream and the vid. When you're doing the
Of
vid,
course,
you want to
of
keep it for
course.
everybody. Yeah, yeah.
I might publish a video, Apostle.
Yes.
Okay, so Apostle,
Alright.
here comes your invite to crew. There we
Okay.
go. And let's see, further activity. Oh, interesting. When you pick the further activities to choose mining, you can't actually. Oh, there it goes. All right. That seemed bugged for a second. Okay, it's working. Not that that really matters. Just over 10 minutes left before we do the Ballbite's pirating me. Great. Hey, when I get a ton, you are welcome to it. I will donate to the cause.
Okay, I think it's loading.
Yep, looks like it. Okay. And I will say Jzod connected right away. When we
Yeah,
did-
I'm in.
Okay, so let's see if you can you use the mining gear?
Hold on.
Oh
Why
shit,
am I
did I
control
leave
lock?
deep core stuff on here? Damn it, I put my mining lances on here. I might have taken them off. Yep, shit, we got to go back to the station. Because I was screwing around and I put my mining lances on here while I was messing with something. Okay.
This says mining lawful. If you break the law, you will be forced to leave the ship.
Yeah, we're just going to fast travel back. Hold on.
Okay, my only option was continue.
Go. Oh, interesting, because I set it for mining lawful. So yeah, if you did something illegal, it'd probably kick you out.
It kicked me out before we blew up.
Oh, kicked you out completely?
Nope. Okay, it did blow up. Okay.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
The ship was destroyed. Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
I'll accept the rewards of 0 credits.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh, wait, I
What's
think
a-
it did disband the crew because I can use outfitting. So please have
I don't know
mining
if I
gear
can
here.
plug my channel.
Okay, good, it does. Let's grab a seismic charge launcher.
Oh, you exploded.
Well, it was the fastest way to get back. I don't want to make everybody wait while I fly back.
I was going to say if you were flying back, you could watch the new video.
Oh, gotcha. Plug in your own
It's 20
stuff,
seconds.
are you?
It's 20 seconds long. not long.
Let's grab another. Oh, there's not an abrasion blaster here, so we'll just do. We'll go without an abrasion blaster for this, guys. So I'll do that. I'll worry about that later. I'll leave the mining lance. Actually, you know what? I'll give you a standard mining laser, Aposto, since I don't think the mining lance is multi-crewable. Hey, X-Men, thank you very much. Yeah, mining is absolutely the best money at the moment. Assuming things haven't changed dramatically. We're expecting a little change to the way the economy works, so it might be a little harder to get stuff. But generally, assuming things don't change too much, right now you can make about, you could probably easily make 100 million doing void opal mining like we're about to do. But you can easily do 200 million an hour in a laser outfit painite miner in a Type 9. I literally, like you can see my balance right now, I farmed myself up to 15 billion credits. Oh, no fighter hanger installed. Let's put on the fighter hanger. Sorry. I farmed myself up to 15 billion credits using laser mining. So yeah, it's a great way to mine. Okay, we'll just. Ah, damn it! There's no fighter hanger here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab a fighter hanger off one of my other ships. I've got to have something here with a fighter. Let's see. That has a fighter hanger. Let's grab this one.
So is it just? So I'm gonna have to mute for some work calls, but
Okay.
Ty would kill me if I didn't take this opportunity to say that we're both very much looking forward to having you on the show.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
Thursday.
we're doing
A
that.
week
Is it
from
this?
Thursday.
Oh, a week from Thursday. That's what I
It's
thought. Yeah,
a week from Thursday.
yeah. Once it's like kind of scheduled on the side. Do you guys stream on YouTube or Twitch or both? Is that right?
Well, so it's going to be both.
Okay, cool,
It
cool.
is live streamed out, and then it is and
Yeah,
then
archived
the record
afterwards.
is sent in and filtered. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So once you've got the URL for what the like closer to time, once you've got the URL for what the live stream's going to be, I'll put it on the community page on my site too to promote it. So
For sure, man. For sure. Thank you so much, and everybody have fun gaming. I'm going to still be playing and still be watching, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
thanks
mute
for stopping
because, like
by.
I said, phone calls.
yeah, no worries, no
Thanks.
worries. Okay, so give me one more second, Pasto. Let me get the because yeah, did you get an error or anything and get disconnected, or did you get disconnected because I died?
I think I just got disconnected because you died. It was
Okay,
working
okay.
right. Yeah.
How do you track down other resources for missions? What do you mean, Kevin? Give me a little more specifics.
He might be talking like the exquisite focused and
Yeah, if you're
what
looking,
is
do
it,
you mean
biotech
materials?
components?
Yeah, like if you're looking for engineering mats, some of the best missions for that right now would, and I haven't gone to re-verify this, but it was before, would be the rescue missions down at the damage stations. Those used to be a great way, but honestly, the fastest way right now to get any manufactured material is go find a Imperial shielding. You can get, with the video I've got, you can find, last night you can get 100 Imperial shielding in under 20 minutes from takeoff to landing, really consistently. And then those 100 can trade down to 16 of any grade 5 material. So if you need, less than 16 of one grade 5, just grab Imperial shielding and go trade for it. Right? Because you might spend 2 hours looking for, say, pharmaceutical isolators. And it might take you 2 hours to get, even from missions, to get that many of exquisite focus crystals. Now, if you want to do it with gameplay, that's a little more fun than the bullshit method to get high grades. Sure, do it with those missions. That's on my short list to make a video about. Let's do this. Okay, Aposto, I'm going to send you another crew invite.
Okay.
Because I was charging.
Videos are
Thanks,
weird,
Saris.
Foster.
Thanks, Saris. What was that, Mango?
Oh, the videos are weird.
There you are. Fight to crew.
Yeah, oh.
Mining. There you go, Pasta.
All right. I got it.
You're welcome, puppy. I'm
Accepted.
glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, you can like streams. Actually, I don't know from you guys' interface. There is a like button there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll give it a like. I'm gonna blew something up.
Okay. I'm
And
in.
again, Rednecks Gaming, I gotta just say another huge thank you, my friend. That was exceedingly generous of you. Yeah, please ping me on Discord so I can connect with you and answer any questions you may have, because that was very, very generous. Help pay for the new power supply it just had to install. And so far, Aposto, since installing the power supply, I haven't had any crash issues. So it looks like that was it. We got 4 minutes until the contest is over. So if you haven't entered, we've got 151 entered. If you haven't, if you're on Twitch, forgive me, guys. You're not gonna. You guys can't enter right now. I will work that out for the next stream. And Psychedelic, yeah, that was the quick way to. I didn't feel like wasting time to fly back for everybody on stream. So I've certainly got enough credits to cover the rebuy in this little thing, which is what, 6 billion? Yeah, 6 million. Big deal. 3 dislikes from. I love it when people dislike videos, because what they don't understand is it's all counted as viewer engagement, so it's all good for the YouTube algorithm.
Really?
Absolutely. In fact, if you had a video with a really high dislike to like ratio, that's almost as good as a high like to dislike, because it shows that there's something, controversial about the video, something interesting about it. So yeah, it's not a bad thing for a content creator at all. As long as they click one of the 2 buttons, there was something, the algorithm knows that there was something about this video that was important enough for them to click. So ultimately, it's all good.
That's like that old Howard Stern thing where they were talking about all the people that hated him listened for hours. and
Exactly.
So the advertisers loved it.
Same kind of thing, right? Yep. Kind of the any press is good press thing. Or no press is bad press, however you want to say it. Okay. That's weird. The hotspots are showing up, but not showing up, if you guys can see that. Like, I see them visually, but I wonder if that's a new bug. If you guys are seeing this, because technically I should need to probe this right now because they're not showing up. But visually, there they are.
The Posto probed it.
Maybe you haven't. No, we just got here. There's no way he did.
Okay.
Are you in analysis mode?
Jay Solid, again, thank you very much, my friend. That's great. Let's see if I personal play faction game. Trying to figure out how to take all stations.
I need to do more.
Yeah, the short way to BGS is a much longer subject, but the short version of that is, in short, you need to ally with each station, and good grief, I don't know if you guys heard that. Sorry, there was a huge clap of thunder here. Sorry, if something cuts out, it's possible I'm gonna have a power issue. I'll be back on as quick as I can. But in short, you just do missions for your faction. So if your faction, once your faction controls the station, you can do things like sell combat bonds there or combat bounties there or exploration data. But until then, you essentially just get as many people as you can to run as many missions as you can for just your faction. And then your faction's rank will step up. If you look here on the squadron tab and I go to Squadron Allegiance, you can see all the different systems we're in, and you'll see the influence numbers. Aposto, maybe you can comment on this a little bit as to what the fastest to do that would be.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
sorry.
so the question was, no problem. The question is, he's new to BGS. They just got a player minor faction. What's the fastest way to have it, essentially take control over a system?
Oh, you just need to do missions that have influence.
Yeah.
So
Not
just
rep,
only
but
do
influence. Yeah.
just go to your system wherever your faction is located. Go to that base or station and do all the missions that you can to get aligned with your own faction first. But you'll do that as you go. But don't take any missions if it doesn't say influences,
Yep.
and always
Yep.
take influence as the reward.
And by the way, guys, we've got 30 seconds left in the contest. So if you guys, and yeah, somebody mentioned thunder. I'm in the south right now, and it's been unusually warm here the last few days and stormy. So yeah, that's why I was all of a sudden like, is that thunder I hear? So yeah, we've got 10 seconds left to enter, so get entered. And there's Alexa reminding me.
And-
Alexa, stop.
And real quick, for the guy that was asking about the mission thing to get a station, you also have to check that if you want to force an election or a war or whatever, you have to check that they're not in one. The other faction isn't in one of the others.
Yeah, there's lots of I mean, it's a complex subject, but right now to get started, the short thing you want to do is just start taking influence missions.
Started. Yeah, if you're just getting started, the first thing you need to do is just your faction to raise an influence. And then the wars, elections, conflicts, all those things will come as you go. So it's really easy when you first start off. Just take the missions that have influence as your reward, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do.
And it looks like the entry is done. So let me throttle down for a second and see who's going to win. Let's click the good old pick winner box and bam, Boo TCZ. You have won the Assassin. I think that was this one. Yeah, the Assassin paint job. So if you will also please reach out to me on Discord, and I will get you all hooked up, my friend. Congratulations. Okay, Pasto, so you're with me now. Let's see if we can find. Can you fire the pulse scanner?
I was trying to enter the role, and I'm just sitting here now.
It looks like you've got control of it because I certainly don't anymore.
Yeah, but it's pointing. Oh, I'm still sitting in the seat inside. I can see that the mining lance is pointed toward you. Look to your left. Is that mining laser pointed at you?
It's pointed backwards. That's the butt end of it's pointed kind of toward me. It's pointed backwards and to the left.
Heck, to me, it's just pointed right at the ship. Okay, well, I'm inside. Why didn't it switch me to? Let me try switching a different role.
I'm gonna go ahead and deploy the fighter too. Yeah, because I can't use the I know you enter Magic. We had a little giveaway. We're probably done for the day, guys, because I want to save one that I'm going to give away tonight. But the bot tells you in this one you would have hit Bang Assassin, right? The overlay I use, guys, is a very custom one from an app called GamepadViewer.com. And I've got a full tutorial on how to set it up, but it's not easy. And it's very specific to my setup in that it's set up for HOTAS controls, it's set up for throttle stick and pedals. It's again, all the details
Okay,
are
I'm
there.
in the fighter now.
Okay, yeah, and I can use the pulse
See if
wave
I
scanner
can-
at least.
Okay. Was it? I couldn't do the pulse scanner.
Yeah, you're all of a sudden all broken
Um,
up, Aposto, again. Aposto has bandwidth issues for like 6 months now. Let's see. We got really lucky and found one right away last time. Watch it take me 30 minutes to find one now. That's not one, is it? No. That might be. It's been so long since I've done this, I've kind of lost my mojo in terms of being able to see these things without prospecting them. Is that the popcorn nugget? I don't think so. Let's check it, but I don't think it is. Oh, great. What did I forget before I left the station? What do I
Limpets.
always fucking forget? Let me send some limpets.
Well, the mining laser's pointed
Yeah, that is
forward
definitely
now, at
not
least.
one. Yeah, that is definitely not one looking at it. Let's not waste our precious limpets since I've only got 8 of them.
How cool would it be to have an SLF with an abrasion blaster?
Oh, dude, I said that since the beginning. I completely agree. Why there's not an SLF with abrasion? Oh, that might be one. With the abrasion blaster is beyond. Yeah, I completely agree.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you do? Did you hit me?
I crashed into you.
Oh, well, I don't think you're gonna bother me. I don't think this is. Yeah, okay, it's not. It looked like one, but yeah, or a fighter with a pulse wave scanner, right? So the fighter can fly around and pulse things. There's
Yeah, that
so
would
many
be
different,
better.
so many different ways you could make multi-crew mining a lot more interesting. This might be one. I don't think it is, but no, that's not. Well, maybe it is. Sorry for the pro miners out there. I'm probably look like a douche right now since I'm not that great at it.
Okay, I'm going to try the gunner position again.
Okay, cool.
And as soon as I did it, I'm not in the gunner view, and I don't have control of the.
And you're sure you're entering the gunner role properly?
Select gunner roll, enter roll. Yeah,
But you're not getting
not-
the third party view, the third person
it's
view.
not giving me the third. Yeah.
Is there? I'm just making sure there's not something we've missed. And you can't control any of the weapons.
All right. I've gone into it. All right. Thank you.
So now.
All right, now.
So it was you.
Yeah, I think it was me.
Okay. So can you fire
right,
the pulse
okay.
wave scanner?
Let's see.
Oh, I completely agree, Felix. He says multi-crew is a complete afterthought. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Okay.
It's also
Now
amazing
let's
to me
figure
that
out-
after 3 years, I think, since it's been out, maybe 2.5, that we've basically gotten not a single real update for it. Like, how is it we can't share the SRV still, right? That's the biggest one.
Oh,
How is it we
I
can't
launched a
mix-
limpet drone. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
I can sit quite a bit more.
I don't know how to switch my weapon.
Fire groups.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it in the.
I think
Let's go back to
I think there's a binding for it.
here. Okay.
Yeah, and you certainly can just hold the trigger down for the pulse wave scanner. That's one way to do it as you fly around. I usually mine in VR where I've got head look and can look around real easily, and it's a lot more fun. In fact, somebody asked earlier about testing in VR, which I will do before I end this stream. The patch is stable so far, Monthly. Yeah, for the new folks that have joined since the last time I said this, first of all, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. But so far, things seem pretty good for early day one patch. There's a pretty significant stutter issue that's having for a lot of folks. I haven't seen it here in a bit. And I'm getting a pretty shitty frame rate. Servers are busy because of the patch being pushed out, which absolutely could be the case. It kind of doesn't feel like it should make sense, but it could be. So we're just going to have to see. It seems like small things aren't, like the ship launch fighter bug still seems to be an issue with lag. It seems like there's some pretty big lag issues. So we've still got some pretty major issues. Apostle, are you going to fire the pulse wave scanner or not?
I'm trying right now. Hold on.
Okay. So right now we're testing multi-crew mining. That was requested a couple times. So we're trying to give that a go.
Here we go.
There we go.
I got it.
Perfect. Okay, let me see. I don't see anything right then. Yeah, just keep firing that bad boy. Maybe out here. First time I've actually ever done multi-crew mining.
Yeah,
That
me
one
too.
down there. Oh, that might be it. Nope, that's the other one that tricks you every time. Oh, is that you firing the mining laser as
Yeah,
well?
just testing it.
Yeah, sure.
I think I can fire heat sinks too.
I think you can. That might... No, I don't think that is one. Let me see the other side of it before we prospect it. No, that is not one. Okay, keep firing the pulse.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Got it.
Like, I wish... Can I not take that back from you?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
no,
weird.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the view, the controls in it is just awful.
Yeah. Fire again for
I
me.
can't.
Fire at Aposto when you can. There's two here. Okay, this might be one. Actually, I think this is one. I just wish that the prospector limpet for multi-crew could be fired in 360 degrees. That'd be amazing, right? Because then while I'm doing something, you could be firing. Go ahead and prospect this one. You could be prospecting stuff, you know, like while I'm moving from asteroid to asteroid. I'm pretty sure this is one. Dude, stop pulsing. Prospect it.
Hold
Although
on.
it did just turn dark.
I can't figure out how to switch my damn.
We are gonna show you how to mine in multi-crew. We don't know what we're doing. I shouldn't be making fun like that.
Nope.
Sorry. That's offensive.
God damn it. Is it doing anything?
No, you're pulsing. You're not firing the prospector.
God damn it. Stop taking my
I definitely see
controls.
surface spots on it.
Son of a bitch. Hold on.
So Witcher's saying that he checked his regular station resells Void Opals. Pay Knight's half the price they were before the patch. That's not to be that's not surprising necessarily, Witcher, because the prices can change and definitely do. And I think that's the main issue here is that we're going to have to find stuff like that's as it updates. So I don't think we're looking at like a nerf per se. It's just a change to the mechanics, which might result in in a nerf, but at the same time, I don't know that I'd call it that right now.
There's plenty of time for them to mess it up. Might double the price.
Hey, Harry, what's going on, buddy?
What's up,
So,
dude?
I'm assuming you're streaming.
I am, yeah. That's why we're down
Okay,
here.
I'll be a good boy.
Oh, thank you very much. Looking at this one, even though Aposto can't get his thumb out of his ass and actually fire a prospector at it, he keeps pulsing for us, which is great.
I set the damn
don't think
control
this-
and it won't do it.
I don't think this is this. I don't actually think this is one. Looking at the model for it.
It fucking
All right,
won't
we'll
fire.
get in the goddamn fighter roll real quick so I can do it at least.
How's the patch been?
It's mixed. It's hard to say how the stutter problem is. There's definitely frame rate issues, right? Like I've been getting barely 60 everywhere and even dropping below that a few times. And like I usually get a very solid, 144, and every now and then it'll drop, a little below that. But so there definitely seems to be an issue. I'm not getting the stutter right now, so it definitely could be the number of people that are logging in and out and downloading the patch and things like that. So I'm not going to get too tweaked about that right
Why
now.
would that? Why would that
I
affect your
agree.
frame rate?
I agree. I agree. It should not. I'm just saying that that's what Frontier has claimed. So at the moment, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on it for at least for a little bit to see, because again, we know things are busy right now. But
The good news is, thanks to the newly introduced stuttering, you don't notice the rubber banding.
hey, this did have a core. Okay, so it's got Alexandrite. So all right, now Pasto, do you want to see if you can use the seismic charge launcher?
Did they fix the fighter lag?
It doesn't seem like it. No, it seems
Oh,
not. It seems better, but I don't think it's usable yet.
is it still jumping around like it used to be?
It-
All right, so
Not to my view, but when Jzod was in multi-crew watching it, it looked like it was. But I
it
did
still
spam
does
like
lag, but it looks like a bit slower to start it, but it still causes the teleport.
You know what?
Yeah, that's pretty much
Recluse,
what I expect.
I've had on my list a long time to do a video on wings. The best place to find wingmates is I mean, friends. You're not going to find wingmates really in the game unless you just happen to stumble across another commander. So
okay,
what
I
you
think I figured it out.
Okay, cool. What you want to do is, find a player group. You're certainly welcome to drop in Level 11's Discord. We've got, lots of guys that are playing a lot, and find some folks to wing up with. But that's really the way to find wings. And then I planned a video on kind of the mechanics of wings, which is pretty straightforward. Once you get to it, it'll be a quickie for sure.
How broken is nav dropping?
I haven't tried that yet. That's a good one. That's a great one to try, though. I will try that very
I dropped
soon.
a link earlier, and it dropped me 70 kilometers away from him.
All right, so what it normally is then. Apostle, you
Yep.
gonna fire a
seen
fucking
the,
seismic charge or not?
I can't. It's under your control.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't set it to my fire.
Maybe
group.
that's one that I can't. Maybe that's one you can't do because I have to do it because you got to fly the ship.
I can do
around.
collector limits, collector
Limits.
limpets. I can do pulse wave analyzer, the composition scanner, the mining laser, chaff, heatsink, and detailed surface scanner. That's all I can map.
Okay, gotcha.
And
So
I
let's
have the
just-
utility.
Sure.
What button? What key is it for standard for the utility to use the utility on the fire group?
Oh,
You bind them
Does
to
anybody
fire
know?
groups.
yeah.
You do? Okay, yeah. But I mean, it. What button do you push to activate the utility?
Oh, yeah, your left and right mouse button like normal.
No. He's talking about like the fire group, the fire button 3 and 4, right? Like, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Apostle? Yeah.
Yeah,
You bind that
yeah.
separately. I think you have to bind that separately.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so the fighter's out. Aposto, are you in view right now? I'm gonna go ahead and detonate it.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm good.
What are you testing?
Multi-crew mining. Somebody donated and wanted to know how multi-crew mining was working.
Oh, okay.
So I figured they dropped me a few bucks. I would do that test for them.
That's
Alright.
never worked though.
Looks like it's working right now. Yep, Aposto is able to send out collectors. And what we're going to do here in a second is, once we're kind of pretty confirmed that it's working, and it certainly seems to be, I'm just going to kill myself again by boosting in, because I want to test that, just check it out and see the rebuy of the NPC, of the crew member. And yeah, somebody also just pointed out that the market data is going to take a little time to get updated properly anyway. If you're not running tools like ED Market Connector, please do. It helps everybody. Specifically, I'm going to have a video on this soon, the Canon plugin for ED Market Connector, as there's a tool I've been working on with Canon for a while now, I'm calling it Material Finder, where essentially you'll be able to say, I'm looking for, pharmaceutical isolators. Show me where in the galaxy commanders have actually collected pharmaceutical isolators and how many in the last day or hour, whatever range you want. And then the tool is going to, you can say, here's where I am, plot me a search route for this material, and it will plot you a route of known systems that we know a commander has actually found this in the last day. That doesn't mean you'll find it, but at least you know it has been collected in this system and how many. And so that data is all populated by the ED Market Connector Canon plugin. So I'm really going to be trying to get people to run that plugin soon, because it works really well, but there's not a lot of data in it yet. So it'll be a lot richer when there's a lot of data in it. So yeah, it looks like this is working okay. For anybody out there that's curious, that does multi-crew mining and has specific questions, throw them out really quickly. Because I'm about to just boost into this rock and kill myself. And what's he doing with the mining laser? He's just fucking around, right?
Have you guys manually confirmed that you are both showing the same like levels for the rocks, like into the sweet spot? You know how like
you know what?
you
When we
fire a high
exploded it-
strength into a weak.
We didn't specifically check that, so we can go find one. Let's try to find one more real quick and try that. Actually, Aposto, I'm gonna fly off. So.
Oh, okay.
Mango, what time?
Oh,
is
you've
it
got the
for
pulse
you?
scanner, so I need you to pulse for me again.
Okay.
2:45
I'll
a.m.
try.
Jeez,
Oh,
why are
God.
you still awake?
I should go to bed.
Well, he said he was going to
Oh,
bed
yeah.
like an hour ago.
Oh, and then I finished the video, and yeah,
You're excited to get feedback.
yeah.
It's awesome. It's
Thank you.
hilarious.
What I
It's
do is I just
cool.
go to sleep and wait for all the comments. That
Well, okay, so hold on, Mango. Did you post a new video?
I did. It's 20 seconds long.
Okay, hold on. I'll share it with
20
everybody.
seconds?
We'll let everybody
Yeah,
see. It.
yeah,
DM me the URL for it real quick if you don't mind.
I think your viewer base would actually enjoy it. A lot of people in the community would.
Oh, send me it as well, Mango. 20
Mangoes tend
seconds,
to
I
be
can
very
spare
meme-tastic.
It's pretty great.
that. It better be Mimi.
Let me send a few more limpets. Because imagine that X forgot to bring limpets. Wouldn't be the 100th time he forgot. I bet you that one.
Oh,
in front of us is one.
That title alone.
The controls
Oh,
are
no.
goofy in gunner mode.
I've already sent it to him.
Mango,
so we'll see what
confirm
happens.
for me this is safe for me to post in Discord.
Oh
in
yeah,
chat?
yeah.
Okay,
Just-
okay.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's just it's not loud. I turned down the volume.
No, that's cool. Prospect that one, Aposto.
I can't. All I can do is launch collectors.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I've got the prospect. That's right. Prospector can't be controlled by multi-crew. I forget.
What?
Which
That's a
which
good
annoys the
call.
shit out of me because that would be the one that
It's
would be
wonky.
so helpful.
It actually
Hey,
used
there
to
we
be
go.
because I remember
Alexandrite again.
going mining about
Okay,
a
so-
year and a half ago.
So Kai, tell me the question again, just so I make sure we test it. What you mean?
So you want to make sure that so when you fire, you know how you fire one of the little
Right.
demolition
Right.
jobbies in there. So if you fire like a high strength into a weak one,
Yep.
or like you
Yep.
hold down for the full 3,
Yep.
it'll go like to 2 bars or 3 bars. You want to make sure that at each step of the way, like,
We're both
hey, I'm
seeing
showing
this-
2 bars.
okay, I
and
gotcha.
He might say, I'm showing
gotcha.
5 bars.
I gotcha. So Aposto, I'm going to fire a high one into a low strength fissure. So when the little mini game comes up, confirm. Let's make sure we see the same thing. So I'm seeing about 2 full bars and a little
Yes.
bit of the third.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm seeing it. It just popped
Okay, so
up.
this is an average strength. I'm going to put a really weak one in this one. And now it's now full on 3 and I'm getting a little bit into the 4 range. Is that what you're saying for the yield?
With no context, I'm loving this chat.
Aposto, are you seeing that?
Yeah. It's just right below. It's just starting
Okay,
to
yep.
bust
And so
into
this
the
is
top of
another
the
average,
yellow.
so I'm going to put a medium one in this one. And now
That's it, though.
we're
Now
pretty much
we're-
good to go, right?
we're at the
We're
top.
a little
Yeah, we're
below.
at the-
We might not get full yield because we're dropping. a
No,
little
it's
bit below.
optimum yield. This is optimum yield.
Okay, so
I
for
think.
me, a few in the bottom range are drop. There's like 4 or 5 of them that are dropping out every now and then. Are you seeing that too?
Yeah. Okay. So
okay,
I see
okay,
three.
just
Three
making
of them
sure-
are
yeah,
just.
okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and detonate now.
See,
The voice
before
of-
this patch,
would be in my
before this
nightmares.
patch, those were showing wildly different levels at each step of the way. So that's good.
Hey, look at the image damage we take. Boom.
So what you're saying is they
Fighter
actually did a good
destroyed.
job.
So far,
On
I got
this one.
yeah. So far, this seems fixed, which is nice.
But whenever you're bug testing, you have to prove a negative. So you have to test it a whole bunch in order
True.
to show that the problem's still not there. Because it might not
True.
be there for one, but it might be there for the next one.
Okay, Pasta, let's see what happens when we die here if you get kicked from multi-crew, because you shouldn't, right?
Oh yeah, that's a bug too. You die in mortar crew, people crap.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to see what happens there.
Has anyone crashed yet?
I've
what?
not crashed. It seemed that Apostle got kicked out when I died last time, so let's see what happens right now.
All
So the
right.
big
So I
question
didn't
is
get to see the explosion, but it put me to the
I'm
you
not
were
sure.
exploded screen.
I've noticed people that blow up as well don't blow up with an explosion. They just disappear.
Yeah.
Okay, and by the way, I am seeing that I can rebuy my NPC, so there's that, which that's obviously very nice.
The big question is, how much does it cost to rebuy a Pasto?
Well, you know, he's not worth that much, so it better not be expensive.
Well, I'll go ahead and decline the rewards
And
then. Thank you very much.
So, well, hold on, Aposto. It says you left the crew. Did you specifically do that, or is
Nope,
it just
I didn't
because-
do anything.
Okay, okay.
As soon as you started blowing up, I went to a black screen, and then you were destroyed, and I can accept or decline the rewards of 0 credits.
Ah,
Did
okay.
it say that Exegius was destroyed though?
Yeah. What did
It said that I was destroyed. The screen said that your ship was destroyed, is what it actually said. Yep.
Oh, that's weird. That doesn't
Okay.
normally
Didn't say
happen.
I was going to say,
Exegius,
do
it
you
didn't
feel
say-
like it was bugged, or do you feel like it was that it was, you know?
Well, it felt
the way it's
wonky. The
supposed
whole
to be?
thing's wonky, right? But yeah, it
Wait,
just
wait,
went to
wait,
a
wait.
black screen. It was
Who,
just a
who
blank
was in the
screen.
fighter?
I wasn't in
who's-
the fighter.
Who was in the fighter?
Aposto.
Okay, Aposto's in the fighter and it's Exegius' ship, right?
Correct.
And Exegius blew up.
Correct.
Okay. That's definitely weird then. It should have given you a message, Aposto, saying that the helm has died and that's why it's kicked you back.
Yeah, it didn't say that. It just said your ship has been destroyed.
And
That's so strange.
forgive me, guys. We were just talking about something. What were we going to go test next? My brain is a little. I'm tired still. There's something we were going to
Actually-
test right after this. What was that? Somebody had brought it just a second
You said
ago.
something about Thargoid stuff before,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I might go down and do that because they were going to test wing stuff, and that's just kind of fun. I'm at the very end of the stream. I'll jump into VR. I'm not going to make you guys. I'm going to have to restart the game for that, so I won't. Oh, Yamix. Hey, I see Yamix in chat. So far, Yamix, if you're still listening, the only thing, yeah, I see there. The only thing that we've seen so far is the stutter issue. Is really the only new thing. It seems like ship launch fighters are still. They may seem better, but they're still an issue in PvP instances. But it does seem like multi-crew mining, we didn't have any issues, right? So we didn't have any problems there. It seems like that's working fine now for the guys that wanted to multi-crew mine. I'm trying to think of, there was something else that that we were going to test that we just said.
Real quick, Aposto,
Yeah,
can
please.
you check your journal log? Because it says you were destroyed. Can you check your log to see if it's got an entry in there saying your ship was destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Because it might be the game's getting confused and it's counting Exegius' death with yours.
Yeah, he was in the fighter. Correct, Pasta, when I died, you were actually in the fighter, not in the ship, right?
No, I was in the ship.
Oh, you were in the ship. Okay, so do we know if the NPC was in the fighter then? I think I had the fighter out, so it
The
must have
NPC
been-
was in the fighter.
It was okay.
It should still just kick you back to the screen that says the helm's died.
Yeah, it didn't do that. It just said your ship has been destroyed. Let me look at my log.
Did you get to sit through the whole explosion?
No. Nope. As soon as it
Okay.
started blowing up, I went to a black screen.
Well, tell you what,
which
let's
is-
do this. Well, Apostle, let's get you back in crew, in multi-crew. I'll just go outside the station, kill myself again, and let's just test this and see what happens.
Actually, before you do that, Aposto, can you go down to a planet in a ship, get in your SRV, make sure your ship is landed on the ground, then go to multi-crew and die? Because I've got a feeling, I've had this happen to me before, someone died in multi-crew and it killed my ship instead.
Wait, set
Which
that up
was-
again, Harry?
So, when Distinct Ranks was a thing, I couldn't go to Beagle Point. So what I did was
Okay.
I was farming in one of the lave systems, one of the crashed anacondas.
Uh-huh,
So my
uh-huh.
ship was landed. I'm in an SRV. I accept a request to go into someone's ship in a
Okay.
fighter.
Okay.
I do that. Their ship blows up. It kicks me back to the menu. Everything looks fine so far. But when I go back to my SRV, my ship's missing. I look down, ship destroyed.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm
we
gonna
can-
try it. Hold on. I'm right next to a planet, so let me just land real quick.
But while you're doing that, Apostle, if you don't mind, well, okay. I guess we can do this all at once, can't we? Sure. That's fine.
Have a good stream, Max. I'm off to bed.
All right, Mango, sleep well, buddy.
Later,
thanks
Mango.
Thanks for sharing your video as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. If you guys didn't
Mango,
check out
before you go.
Mango's video, please do.
Before you go, Mango, you've answered one question I've always wanted to know. Is the intro that Obsidian Ant uses, is it the same one all the time, or does he
No.
re-record it every single time?
He
And that-
records it every single time.
And it just sounds so close.
I actually figure he has a really good template of how he structures his videos.
yeah.
It
Oh,
really
he definitely
needed more.
does. And are you guys
I
talking
even
about
do
the
it for years,
3306
dude.
videos?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
so he can crank those out quick. He definitely has a template to the way he does it.
it's
mean,
really
I-
good because
I
I was
used-
able to.
I mean, I use templates for my videos too, so I mean, it's definitely the fastest way to do stuff.
Just like just with the audio stuff, it's like it's all structured in the same way, which is nice.
So again, for those that are just joining, we're welcome. We're testing out the patch right now. The biggest issue we're seeing, although I'm not at the moment, is there's a pretty major stutter issue. I'm getting pretty shitty frame rate compared to what I normally get. I'm only getting 60 right now. Where did I relock it? Let me see if I locked it. We were messing around with trying to fix the stutter issue. Yeah, let me back this up to 144.
I'm just dropping into a planet right now, so
Okay,
I'll
okay.
land
Cool. Let me know.
and get
when
into
you're on
my
the ground.
SRV.
Okay, so right now I am getting, this is normal, I'm getting 130, 140-ish, and I'm not getting any stutter. So we'll see if that continues. Oh, don't feel poor. I spent many hours farming credits in this account. I was up to 15 billion. I'm down, I bought a bunch of ships, so I'm down to 12 right now. I
was
basically
down to-
never wanted to farm credits ever again.
I was down to like 80 million for 3 weeks until
Ooh.
somebody just gave me 1 billion credits in opals.
I got down to 250 million, and then went from that to 15 billion. Right, just like all
A
in
while
one
back.
run.
I actually got down to like 9 or 10 million. And Pelly's like, okay, go mining, don't die. I'll give you a bunch of opals and shit. I'm
Nice.
like, okay, fine.
Nice.
I nearly died to pirates on the way there because I was in a stock T9.
Yeah, in Metal Gear, there's a reason that I script my videos, because anybody that either knows me or listens to a stream knows I can talk your ear off. So that's why I script my videos, so that I don't do that. I figure you
Should I
guys would-
leave my ship? Don't dismiss the ship, right? Just leave it and then go to multi-crew, blow up, come back and see if my ship's destroyed, or
That's
should I
right,
dismiss
yeah.
it?
Your ship should be landed somewhere. You should
On
be
the
in your
surface.
SRV away.
Okay.
Gotcha,
All right, hold
gotcha.
on.
As for No Lag Panda, that's great. Many of us have seen it. It's been reported quite a lot. So if you're not getting it good, we'll be curious to see if it happens, right? No. All right, let's be clear, guys. There is not a mining nerf. It's not what everybody's making it out to be. There's a difference in the way the markets work, in that when you sell things, the rates are going to change quickly. So in other words, if a market's paying top dollar for pay night, and all of a sudden people sell, I'm making a number up here, 200,000 tons of painite there, the price is going to drop. So we think that that's just going to happen faster. It's going to take a few days to see what the outcome of it is, but it's not like all of a sudden they dropped the spawn. Well, we got to test, but it doesn't seem like they've dropped the spawn rates or changed anything like that. So I'm not expecting this to be all that big of a deal. The
Okay,
overlay.
I'm accepting.
Okay, cool. Tell me when you're ready. I'll send you the multi-crew request.
It's already got the last request. I'll try to accept that.
Okay. It's not pending for me. Oh, it did work. Okay, perfect. The overlay I use, guys, I do have a tutorial video on it. It's an app called GamepadViewer.com. It is highly custom to my control setup. I do know a couple people that have gone through that tutorial and set it up. It's actually, I think it's the longest tutorial I've ever done. It's 13 or 14 minutes. It's that complicated. It pretty much only works. I think you could do it with an Xbox controller maybe, but certainly not keyboard and mouse. It's designed for a 3-controller setup, stick, throttle, pedals, and throttle. So welcome to try it, but it's not easy.
All right, what do I want to do?
Okay, so what we're
I'm
going to
here.
do is I'm going to just die, and we're going to see what happens to your side. Okay? Okay, great. So X-Cementers... X-Cement...
Should I go into a fighter?
Sure.
You
So
gotta
I'm
be
just-
outside the no fire zone.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let me get away. Let me get out some so you can.
So to give a bit more context as to how I managed to pull this feat of ingenuity off, what happened was someone was dropping into a planet, and whilst they were in glide, I deployed the fighter because we saw another player. It turned out that it wasn't another player; it was a duplicate ship.
Interesting. Okay.
Unknown as to what exactly caused my issue, but
Clay, no, I haven't talked to the guy at EDB, but they are, I mean, he and the guy at Inara, I can't remember their names, are generally very, very on the spot. And usually, if there's changes to, I don't think there were changes to the logs this time, but if there are, Frontier, I have to give them credit, generally, and Apostle, you should be able to deploy, have been in touch with them to make sure they're ready for the changes. So I got to think so. The main issue is going to be the number of commanders running ED Market Connector because it's us that supplies the data to those systems. So if you're playing the game and you're not running ED Market Connector, please install it and run it. Especially, this will be important soon, especially the Canon plugin.
Yeah,
Apostle,
it's not working.
you can't deploy?
And here,
It's not doing anything.
Why?
I just click on fighter and nothing happens.
Let me back away a little more then. We should be well outside the no fire zone. Let me see if I can deploy it.
Is the fighter fighter
I can.
hangar turned off?
Nope. I just deployed an NPC into it. Apostle, see if you can change into it now that the NPC is deployed.
Maybe you had to choose the fighter role. Or
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Really? Well, let's kick you and start it over.
Yeah, let's start
just,
over again.
Just to be safe. Tell me when you're back at the main menu. Why is
I mean,
my
I
panel
can
blue?
I can
Because-
highlight the menu options, but I can't select anything.
Okay, gotcha. My panel's blue because I run a custom HUD. I have a video called HUD Explained that'll tell you how, and it has my colors. Doesn't work on. It only works on PC, not on consoles. So, sorry, console players.
blame FDiv.
Okay, so my ship is still here. That's kind of good to just confirm coming back.
Okay,
My ship
yep.
is still here.
Yep. Okay. Let's confirm
Okay,
this
so
once I
no.
die. And yeah, I did confirm sell
Send me
prices
another
this morning,
invite.
guys. I went and checked a couple stations to make sure that that the sale prices for materials were what I expected, and they were. I think it's going to be a case of it's possible that you might look at something, and Nara or DDB tells you, yeah, they're paying this dollar price. You get there and you find that it's not, and then you've got to decide, is it paying high enough that I'm just going to sell here, or am I going to continue to track things down? It's just going to take some time for us to understand what the impact is. I don't see it being a big deal, right? The farming, the material farming methods for the video I posted a couple weeks ago for the crystal shards, Jameson, and high grade farming all appear to be completely fine. I haven't tested Jameson or the crystal shards yet, but those haven't changed in
All right, it's working now.
well over. Okay, good. In well over.
Connection error.
Ooh, I've got
I
waiting.
got the Scarlet Crate.
Interesting. Now that might be. Well, I want to test this again. That might be your fault, given the bandwidth issues you tend to have. But let's try it again.
Hold on, now I gotta log back in.
And yeah, I think Metal Gear, you said it perfectly. It might be harder to get top price, which means on a per hour basis that it's possibly a nerf. But I'm honestly, given how much we can make right now, I mean, look, you can average, or before the patch, 200 million, 250 million an hour doing painite mining. If that gets nerfed a little bit, I'm not going to really cry. I mean, I've always been happy
You're
if
certainly
anything
not
that
going to
pays
cry
over
because you've got
100.
money.
Well, that's true. I mean, I did go collect a bunch of money during that time, so I am rather rich. But and any nerf is bad. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I'm back. Switching to fighter.
Okay, hold on. So Radius said he went to, and you did this right now. Radius, if I'm saying your name right, he said he went to a station with 2,000 demand, paying $790K for painite. And by the time he got there, it was down to 200,000 already. That's interesting. That if that's true and that stays true, that's going to suck. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and boost into the station, Aposto.
Just in
Or
itself.
into you. Did I just kill you? Okay, good.
No.
I was like, don't get me wanted. I don't want to have to spawn in detention because we just crossed the no fire zone. The new song title, Poor Miners Blues. And thud. Oh, this thing's actually got pretty decent haul. Let's bang ourselves around. I'm getting stuck in here.
Let's go again.
Okay, you're about to die.
Yep, I just died.
And it went straight to a black screen. Okay. Loading game. And it put me back to the main menu to continue. It didn't throw me back to my ship.
Okay.
Let me go now. Open
Did it
play.
say your ship has been destroyed though?
Nope, didn't say anything. Just a black screen and then the main menu. Okay, so now I've logged back in. Ship destroyed. The ship has been destroyed and the multi-crew connection has ended. That's exactly what it says.
Chill out a
Been
bit,
dis-
Kevin.
Hey,
It's
yep,
hard for me
that's
to
normal.
see. It's hard for me to see chat with everything that's going on, Kevin. So chill a bit. I've done multiple more finding multi, but trying multiple.
Okay. All right. So I'm accepting the
Yeah,
rewards. Exit.
Kevin, if you're looking for just influence and reputation, if you're looking for BGS stuff, until your
My ship
faction
is here.
owns, okay, good. Until your faction owns the station, you don't want to use mining for influence. Once you control the station, like for example, I'll show you, our player miner faction, Squadron 11, owns this station. So if I go to the commodities market and sell something, that all is credited toward us for influence and rep. But if you're not to that stuff, you just want to go to the mission board and run missions that do maximum influence. So if you look here, like that one's got 5 things. So you could do mining in this sense, right? This is wanting 34 tons of bio waste for 34, for 5 influence. That's generally not the fastest way, depending on what your economy is in. But like these data acquisition, these SRV missions, those are good ways to do it. This courier one's actually there's none on that courier one. So that's what you need to do at first. And the more people in your squadron, the more you can do it, the faster you're going to gain, influence.
And for the record, I would not recommend mining bio waste.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you wait? Yeah, wait a minute. Oh no, you know what? I bet I read that wrong. I bet it's bio waste is one of the payouts because you can't mine bio waste. Yeah, I think I was saying that wrong. Yeah, there we go. Osmium, forgive me. I was reading the screen wrong. You can get paid.
That would be hilarious, though.
You can get paid in shit if you want to. So in this case, you can either get 3 million in influence or 6
What kind of
million and
laser would
34
you
tons
use?
of shit. Yeah, exactly. Right.
What kind of laser
I can't
would you
bel-
need?
Boy, I can't.
No,
I am
it's like
tired. I am tired.
it's like it's like a core mining method. You just feed them Taco Bell and then sit back and watch.
Well, I'm sure you have to go to a certain planet in the Sol system.
I tell you what, we're gonna
See,
try
you don't need a laser. You just need a big.
a big plunger. So what the last thing I'll try before I head out for a little bit is I'm going to head down to the Pleiades to do a Thargoid real quick. If anybody's down there, Avasa, if I'm saying your name right, AXI.
Yep,
Discord?
already
Yeah.
there.
Okay, great. So once I get down there, let's wing up and just make sure we can get into an instance.
Ooh,
Sure.
I've only got
quick
an
question.
Eagle down there, so I'm just going to be in my AX Eagle. Yeah.
quick question, X. Did you do a control before this patch so that you can kind of compare and contrast the rate of arcs gain with exploration?
I'll admit no, because I don't
Okay.
even like. I think the only ship skins I own are I'm on BioWay still are the Black Friday skins. So I rarely even pay attention to Arc. I think
Yep.
I don't even think maybe I spent Arc once and bought like a weapon color. So no, I'm sorry, I can't really speak to that.
Yeah, no worries. I don't really mess with it either. I have the Black Fridays, and then the only other one that I was interested in is I got some golden ones, a couple. But
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, the skins that I would be interested in would be the ones I give away, and obviously I can't just keep my own skin that Frontier gives me. So, yeah, I haven't really cared. Yeah, Harry, it's such a shame that you've got that you have all those skins and don't at the same time.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's pretty brutal.
But at the same time, I don't play anymore, so
Well, yeah, I know. Are you enjoying Star Citizen?
I am very much enjoying it. I
Okay,
certainly
good.
encourage people to give it a go.
I'll have to join you sometime because
starting to
I've got
enjoy
an account in it.
It's good, but at the same time, I also encourage people. If you enjoy Elite, play Elite. If you enjoy Star Citizen, play that.
Hold on,
Everywhere.
Yamix. I need to permanently. I just realized I need to give Yamix permanent permissions on the channel. Given his mouth, he's going to be blocked all the damn time.
Damn. Everybody needs to download Star Citizen, find Harry Potter, kill him, and whisper.
They've done that.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
sure.
someone killed me not too long ago, and they put it on Reddit and just farmed.
Well, I have to ask a question because I suspect, and I could be dead wrong in how I read it because I wasn't there for the event, but I suspect that FDev was more than happy, and like everyone involved were more than happy to have you to have someone. I think they were encouraging, hey, someone get in here and mix it up, because I think that it was always wanted for her to sort of die tragically in accomplishing this, so that it's like the mission was a success, but it's like what was that
it
Star Wars
created
movie?
great drama, right? It was great
What's
for
that-
the
that-
game in that regard.
What was that? Was it Rebel Squadron? The Star Wars movie where they had to go and blow up the station on that moon, but they all died, but then they
Rogue One.
succeeded in getting Rogue One.
Rogue
Yeah. I always suspected it was something like that. What was the deal there, Harry?
Okay, so I see where you're getting at, but no, that's completely wrong.
Okay.
So it's exactly as people thought it was. Drew didn't want the story to end the way it did. He
Okay,
actually
hold
had
on.
a different
Harry,
ending.
stop for a quick second. Let me just briefly back up and explain what we're talking about for the folks that weren't around a couple of years ago. So there was an in-game activity that was run by this guy named Drew Wager, who's written a couple elite books, where there was a lore player named Salome who was flying across the bubble. She was, if I remember right, she was delivering some data for some big insider thing that she knew, and it was going to be a player-run event where it was going to happen in open at a specific time, and there was groups that got together to protect her, and Harry infiltrated that group and was assigned to protect her, but turned around and killed her, and so it stirred up a shit ton of drama. People were furious. People thought it was great. Blah blah blah. Now, continue, Harry.
Okay, so the original idea was Drew wanted her to give out this big speech. Originally, she was going to be telling everyone about the impending Thargoid invasion, which was when Thargoid started showing up. But because she died, obviously she couldn't do that. Now, the whole thing was never orchestrated as people think it was. The closest you can get to the whole thing being orchestrated was that Drew approached SDC a couple months before the event was, even named. No one had really any idea that it was going to happen. Children of Raxxla might have knew, but no one else knew. We didn't even know what the event was going to be about. All we knew was Drew asked us if we were willing to play the bad guys for an event. And we were like, I don't know, we'll think about it. Because we had no details on the event. But we also learned that Drew, when he was planning this out with FDev, because obviously it was an in-game event, it was going to be massive, FDev were absolutely adamant that it should not be done in open, because they said she was only going to last 5 seconds in open because of players like me. And Drew wanted to prove them wrong. So part of the, I guess you could call it, the issues that Drew and FDev had with each other when their relationship ended was partly due to the fact that Drew wanted to do certain things that the game wouldn't facilitate effectively, but he wanted to break the mold and do an open play event. It's what he wanted to do, so we did it. She made it 6 jumps out from her eventual where she was supposed to get to, and the event ended, and it created great drama and a great story to go with it. But FDev, after it happened, were absolutely furious, because as far as they were concerned, they were proven right that she died in open play, and she died to agree for like me.
But you said Drew Wagar actually even had contacted you months before and said, hey, do you guys want to play the heels for this? And then if you take that bit of information and add it to the fact that she still succeeded because her mission was for any of her group of 6 to make it there, and the other 5 members of her wing or whatever made it there. So the information, quote unquote, got across. And then you add that to the fact that in game there's an asset, there's a hospital ship that's out at a sector where you can go and scan and hear her posthumous final words, her letter saying like, if you can hear this, I'm dead, but I want you guys to all know this shit. And then she gives this great from the deathbed speech. When you add all those things together, it seems to me like, how could you expect anything different? It seems like they got exactly what they
That's
wanted.
because Drew wrote the book. He wanted the live event to be part of the book story.
Yeah,
So he
right.
didn't finish the book until the live event was done. But I'm sure he already had it pre-written for whatever was going to happen. So what you're talking about is what he already had, I think, planned. If that's where you're going.
He had multiple versions of how he thought the event would play out. The version of events that actually happened were not as he didn't have any plans for that. But what you're getting at there is, so his idea was the book needed to be finished, and this was one of the parts that needed to be, effectively wrote. So the idea was that whatever happened in the event would be wrote into the book. So if she survived, he already had it decided what would happen if she survived. She'd make a big speech. Everyone would be, really happy that she's alive, etc., etc. If she died, then he'd have to do this, this, and this. So, in a way, it looks like it's orchestrated, obviously, because no one sees, the development of it. No one sees the bit where, oh shit, she actually died. Now I've got to write something for this. But you've only got the final product.
Let me interject real quickly to briefly change the subject. I've been following there's a Reddit thread about the patch where Paige posted a link that I just shared in the chat if you're having stutter issues, to go click and report it there. So if you guys are having those issues and can go do that, that would be fantastic. The more that report it, hopefully we'll get action on it quicker.
Sure.
But yeah, for those that don't know anything about the Salome event, I definitely encourage you to go read the books. They're pretty good. And they dive into quite a bit of lore that's in the game that's wrote by both Drew and the community. It's a, I guess you could say it's a team effort thing. It's a bit weird to play a game that has lore created by.
Well, it makes a
its
pretty
community.
unique reading experience.
Yeah.
I have all 3 books, and it was really cool the way that it played out.
Are they any good? I haven't read any of the books.
Yeah, they're great.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be like the best book you ever read, or Drew's a good writer though, and he tells a story. And if you like Elite, which you do, I mean, I'm sure you're going to enjoy the trilogy. Wow.
Well, it's also good because some of the stuff you'll read is, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that event in game. I remember that playing out, and it plays out in the books largely as it does in the game. I mean, there's obviously some exaggeration and bits cut here and there because it's a book, but for the most part, it kind of tells the story and the history of the game and its players. The only other game that's ever done that I'm aware of is Eve, and if you can say if you could say you've done some of the stuff that Eve's done, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And you could hear where Drew's talked about the experience and how he really enjoyed when in 1985, 84, 85, the original game came with a story, right? So that's where Rexla and all that kind of comes from. The Dark Wheel, yeah. So how much he enjoyed that, and then later on in life to grow up and be able to write for the game. And so it goes in that spirit too, because I think Elite has that kind of story lore with it. And so if you do read the books, I mean, it does go along with the way the game is, and some of the experiences that you have in the game, you can be like, oh yeah, I know that place. But especially with what Harry just said, that was really cool to have an actual event be in a story in a book that you're reading.
So to the point of what you said, though, Harry, that I find fascinating is he contacted you months ahead of time and said, "Can the SDC group be the bad guys for this?" Did just nothing came of that conversation, or you think he was just planting the seed in your mind, or what?
We honestly have no idea because he never contacted me directly. He actually contacted Sunday, who had stopped playing like a year ago, asking if we were interested. The issue we had was he sent the message. We were like, we don't know because we have no information on it. We had no dates or anything. So as far as we're concerned, we had no idea what he was talking about. So we just carried on doing what we do anyway in game, and more of us left the game. So it became more and more difficult. And then we got wind of this Rexla thing, and we were like, oh, okay, well, we've got a couple of spies in their Discord. Let's see what's cooking. So we had a look, and we saw some big event was being planned. Now, at the time, we actually didn't know that Drew was involved with Children of Rexla because we weren't very into the lore or anything. We weren't like following this whole Salome story. As far as we were concerned, it was nothing. Plus the fact, when we researched who Salome was, we noticed that she was only ever in private groups. So we assumed we wouldn't be invited anyway because obviously we were going to try and kill her. But yeah, even though we got that message, I don't think it really played into anything at all. Because once we got wind of the event happening and we knew it was going to be in open, we were full steam ahead. Let's get spies in everywhere. Because when PAX started, we started training people as a way of gaining favor. People see that we're being helpful. They're like, oh, Harry's not going to kill her. He's going to be a good guy this time. Look, he's training people. And right up to the day before the event, the night before the event, Rand Corson was coming through the start system in open play, and we had the perfect chance just to kill him. And we were like, no, we ain't going to kill him. Someone else did try to kill him, and we killed them. So at that point, it kind of sealed, the deal. Everyone was like, well, Harry just killed the guy who was trying to kill him. He could have just killed him right there, and he didn't. So he must be with us. It's all good. We're good for tomorrow. No problem. And then, of course, Salome accepted my friend request the morning of the event, and everything fell into place. The
But the
hardest
fact that
part
he-
of the whole thing
So,
was
guys-
chasing us.
Guys, let me bring this back to back to what
Sorry.
we're doing, if that's okay. Yeah, I mean, cool conversation, but let's if it's okay, let's save this for another time, just because there's a lot of history here that a lot of people don't know, and let's stay for now. Let's stay focused back on the patch, if that's okay, because I want to get back to this, which is I just winged up with Ava, and Ava, if you've got any other guys from AXI that are down in the region and would be up for winging up with us, I'd love to get a full wing of 4 if we could do it. Is anybody else around?
Yep, I'm asking.
Okay, cool.
I'm currently asking around right now.
Okay, all right. I'm going to jump out to Super Cruise while we do it. I know there's a lot of chat going on in about Star Citizen right now, and some are going to call it a scam, some are going to love it. I'm personally not going to call it a scam. That said, I didn't spend $1,000 on ships. I spent 40. I
It's a
certainly
pyramid scheme.
Well, and I certainly feel like it's going to come out. We're just going to see. Thank you again, X Cement. I hope I'm saying your name right. Again, very generous of you, my friend. I appreciate it. And I definitely am frustrated by their lack of focus and the fact that, we're getting the feature creep is just so ridiculous in the sense that we're getting, we're getting face over IP, yet we don't really have a workable game, right? That's a little silly to me. And why did I just lose control?
When was the last time you played Exy?
I just lost. Hold on. I just lost control of the game.
Uh-oh.
You're not the first one to report that, actually.
All of my
Some
controls
people
just
have been
died.
saying, yep, you got to restart your game. Some people have been saying when they go into the Galaxy map,
Interesting.
they can't control anything, and they
Yeah.
have to task kill.
Everything just. That's interesting. My keyboard is working,
God.
but yeah, all my HOTAS controls just died. Well, let me
Hooray for bug fixes.
exit. Yeah, let me exit and come back in. Sorry about this, guys.
Just remember, everyone, we gave up fleet carriers for this.
I was thinking the same thing.
That annoys me so
Whoops.
much.
Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to play the music there, guys. Give you just a quick second while I get launched back in. Cement. Okay, great. Thank you, Cement. Especially want to make sure I'm thanking people with the correct name. Yeah, again, my main issue with Star Citizen has always been that, look, you can find old streams, old discussions of it back in 2012, right? And the fact that here we are, however you want to count it, even 5 or 6 years later, and the fact that we don't have, that we don't actually have a working game, is fairly obnoxious. I will definitely.
Honestly,
agree
though,
with that.
that's changed though.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm definitely the same, but I think that's a lot of the problem with the way that they've tried to build the game. They've
Hold on.
because people don't go back and check.
It is my problem. My dog stepped on the cable and unplugged it. Hold on, let me reset. So, yes, Daisy, that was your fault. So maybe not a game issue. Yep, there we go.
You just got 100 rub with us.
Okay, great.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Rob, what's going on, buddy?
I was told you want to have some people to kill Thargoids.
Yeah. If we can get a full wing of 4 just to go test a Thargoid real quick, that would be great.
Sure.
And give me
Your
a
plan
quick
group?
sec
Or
here,
open?
guys.
Or-
No, we'll do it in open. Give me a sec
Sure
here
thing.
to fix my controller problem here. That was my fault, not the game's fault. Oops. That's what.
Hmm.
Yep, that should do it. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, the dog, she's an infiltrator. Poor cute little Daisy laid on the floor right now.
Canine incursion?
The canine incursion, exactly.
Right, I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Okay, Perry.
Later, Harry.
And so just to set expectations for everybody, I'll probably stream for probably through this, maybe another half hour or so. I will jump into VR at the very end just to make sure that there's no issues there. And then I will be streaming again later tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. Gluttony Fang's going to be joining me to do kind of a follow-on of what we did on Friday. We'll be a little more focused this time in terms of talking about the very specifics of the gameplay, where we did some lore and some gameplay and kind of everything on Friday. And so if you're around and can join us for that, it'll be just the two of us for most of the chat at the beginning, and then if folks are around and want to join us for some combat at the end, great. By tradition, we always end the streams with, there we go, good. We always end the streams with CQC, so if you're around and want to join for CQC, please do. If you've not done CQC, it's phenomenal when you actually find people to go play. That's the main issue. A light creature, thank you very much, my friend. That's great. And he did say, oh, Harry already left. He said, let Harry finish his story, please. He's a legend. We've definitely discussed it a bunch. I'll mention that alike and see if he wants to join some other time to talk about it. You could certainly ping him. I'm sure he'd be happy to.
You know, one thing that links to the patch today, and we were just doing multi-crew. During that event, I was trying to multi-crew into the systems and areas. So if someone spotted it, there was forums or discords for, okay, multi-crew with me. And multi-crew was so broken that I couldn't, I mean, I think I was one system away from where they were during that event, and it just kept crashing, and nobody ever saw anything happening, and just different things were so broken. So now, you know, you look at how multi-crew was working for us. At least I was able to join and do it without, you know, crashing. So the game has come a long way from there as far as multi-crew goes, even though it's still wonky.
Gotcha. And Rub, when you get into open, just give us a shout, and we'll get you in the way.
I am in open though. My ships are in transfer. It's
okay, no
6
sweat.
minutes
Okay, no
until
sweat, no sweat.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm sorry for the minor hijack there. I just
Oh, no
couldn't
problem.
pass up the opportunity
No problem.
to pick his brain a little.
No, as you saw, I jumped in and changed the subject when I wanted to, so don't sweat it. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like streams where you just watch somebody play a game and they're kind of every now and then answering a random chat. I would much rather have them podcast style like this, where we're all having a conversation. I hope you guys like this, because these are the kind of streams that I would enjoy, so that's why I do them this way. Ava, if you can cycle your beacon for me. I'm not seeing it.
Yep.
You know, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and head to the nav beacon and scan it, just so I've got the nav beacon data. I know they change pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
can probably begin maybe even without me, because
Okay, no
my
worries.
ship is in transfer and it's a very, very bad build because all my proper ships are in Big
Gotcha.
Hat.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just in an
So-
Eagle right now, right? So I'm not in a great build either myself.
So I guess Avasa will have to carry us.
Exactly. Well,
Oh, no.
I've sold a Cyclops in this build. I don't think I've done a Basilisk in it before, but
It's been a minute since I've sold a Medusa and my chieftain, but
We can go for
We can do it.
something.
Yeah.
a bit
for those
easier.
that are new, and thank you, Rogue. For those that are new, welcome. If you're just joining too, just a quick recap. Bump up my mic a bit, and I got it swung away from me. I'll swing it back over again. Tell me if that's better, guys. The patch is pretty good so far. We're having a pretty significant stutter issue or frame rate issues. I'm back to 60. Let me see if. Oh, goody, one of my controllers stopped. There we go. Let's see if I'm back locked. No, I should be getting much higher. So there's definitely something going on with frame rate. There's a forum post or a post in the bug tracker that I'm going to post in again. If you're having the stutter issue, please go. I'm not going to say flood this post, but please go post into this so that we get as many as we can get talking about it. Frontier, they've acknowledged it. Paige replied back in the Reddit thread I started, so they're certainly aware of it. And the more we can get, the better. Okay, great. Thanks, Rogue. The more we can get reporting it, hopefully we can get. I mean, not that ever really tends to help, but we can see. Right now, they're saying it's just because of launch and the servers are busy, and I mean that's certainly within the realm of possibility. As somebody posted in the comments, if server settings affect client frame rate, something is wrong. And
No, I mean there is already a post in your Discord, and probably somebody posted all over the place. The stuttering issue seems to be related to the new FSS like feature that like tells you rough probabilities of different types of signals
okay.
on the surface. And apparently, if apparently basically it has to generate planets when you first enter the system. Before that, you only
Okay.
generated planets
Right.
when you scan them with
Right.
FSS, and
Right.
now it has it on entering the system that has not been generated before.
Okay, so that
any
makes
undiscovered
yeah,
for you.
that would explain the stutter as you jump, certainly, but that's not explaining the stutter and the shitty frame rate that I'm getting like a minute ago, right? Yeah, after being in a system for a
I mean,
while.
it takes a while, especially if there's a lot of bodies that probably not all generated at the same time. You have to remember that
Yeah.
the original complaint about the FSS taking literal minutes to reveal the number and locations of the signal sources was what took us to this situation where Frontier had to address it. And unfortunately, they chose a very short-sighted fix.
Yes.
Because basically, instead of generating one planet at a time when the user actually requests it,
Right,
they now
right.
generate all of the planets all of the time at jump, and it continues for several minutes, I guess. This, I mean, it's probably not confirmed, but there is a Reddit post and there is already a forum post that basically
Talks about it.
originally stated
Gotcha.
that theory, and I think it's probably the most probable one.
And if somebody knows, if Rub, if you know where that post is, to the point that I can share it with everybody, that'd be great.
The Reddit posts have been linked in your general
In the general channel. Okay, gotcha.
And the forum post, I think it's either linked.
Yep, here
in
it
that
is.
post
Here's the stutter
or
one.
you
Let me share this one.
Yeah, props to the original author of that forum post. That's a very, very good guess.
Okay, so by the way, Ava, I'm going to head back toward the station just so we can fight near the station. But I did resolve all the signal sources, just because since we're just chit chatting. But yeah, we'll go ahead and find one. And Rub, when you join us, right?
Yeah, I'm 30 seconds away.
Yeah,
from
sure.
getting my ship.
This was requested by somebody that's shared a donation, so I'm happy to take a look.
I think I got us a fourth, by the way. So
Okay, perfect. Let's also talk briefly to explain the new folks that are here about the quote-unquote mining nerf. It's not a nerf in that traditional sense. Essentially, what's changed is the rate at which markets pay. So let's say that a market's paying top dollar, and commanders, I'm making numbers up here, commanders go sell 5,000 tons there. Well, because of that, and because of all the activity, it's going to start paying less because, oh shit, we got flooded with stuff. So we're going to have to see what the impact of that is, how quickly things change, how much we're going to have to jump around to find top dollar. That sort of thing. So it might be a nerf in the sense of it slows us down a bit, but from the way they've explained it, and I think the goal behind it, I don't see this. I mean, I guess anything that cuts what we make per hour is a nerf, but I don't see this being significant. I mean, right now you can make 250 million an hour with painite mining. I mean, even if that cuts to 150 or 175, that's still pretty fantastic money.
Yeah,
but look, there's the stuff. Okay, just quickly, Rub, the stutter just came.
Yes, maybe it's worth in VR, but
I'm not in VR even. Okay, so I've got a threat 5, Ava. Oh man, it's really bad right now. Jesus. Okay, let me try what I did before because I see my frame rates jumping around a lot. Let me lock back to 60 and see if that helps. I tell you, that's just painful though when you have a 144 hertz monitor to specifically set 60. That definitely seems to have helped.
From before, we kind of know that apparently the generation speed somehow is tied to frame rate. So maybe it is actually way worse at higher frame rates because you're basically getting more load at the same time.
Yeah, and Orange, I'm a little mixed on that. Orange made the comment that making huge amounts of credits right off the bat isn't necessarily good for new players, and you're not wrong. At the same time, like I said, I'm kind of mixed on that. I think you can make lots of credits early and do it right, and not ruin your gameplay. I think you can do it wrong and absolutely ruin your gameplay. By the way, Ava, I've got a Cyclops. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him scan me. So normally, guys, if I had a scanner, do you have one? Ava?
I will have one on me.
Yeah, but Ava's with us. If you've got a scanner, go ahead and scan him just so we have the data.
No, I don't run scanners or shutdown fields.
Okay. I don't have either on this either. So I'm not going to do too much tutorial wise, guys, on this. We're just going to kill the damn thing. So Ava, if you're ready, I'm going to open fire.
All right.
Do you have a a Gauss can, a flak launcher?
Yep, I do.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm going a little too balls out. Come here, bitch. Park down. So now we can wait for the shields to drop, or given that he's got a real ship, we can just go at it and drop its shields.
I will, like, my weird build is actually full shard cannon, so
Okay.
I will probably be able to help you. Again, for everybody watching, please don't take this as an example of a proper
Sure.
AX build, because it's not. It was just my...
Just what you had available.
Sure.
Sure.
Honestly, it was created a long time ago for some science, and it's been chilling in Pleiades since. And since all of mine like proper ships are in Witch Hat now, so that's the only thing I have on hand without an hour of wait time. Because immersion timers.
Oh, and I let him grab me because I'm not paying attention.
I'm just burning off some heat real quick, trying to get shields down a little bit fast.
Yeah. I need to put a heat beam on this one because I'm only running 2 Gauss on it because it runs so hot. I need to put a thermal vent on it.
Yeah, I got a missile. Give me a sec.
Okay. And forgive me for not watching chat at the moment. If there are good questions, Aposto, I don't know if you're watching chat at all right now. I take it that's a no.
So a lot of the discussion in chat seems to be right now along the fact of the question of like, well, we're sort of hemorrhaging players, adding more grind would not be a good thing, et cetera, talking about the money question.
Absolutely agree. I mean, that's
other people saying that they're also having stuttering issues.
Oh man, yeah, all of a sudden it's terrible for me.
What's up?
I was just wondering if you were watching chat. Actually, you know what? Hold on, my frame rate's varying again. Let me see if I can lock.
Oh yeah, I am
just lock
actually
it at
getting
60.
some stutter, but it's not terrible.
Oh, I mean, I never ever get stutter, so this is, whoops.
It was like 6 seconds of down to 50 FPS, and then it's back to normal.
Rogue7 asks at Commander Exigeous, what are your thoughts on Elite Feet?
Where's the gameplay? I'll say the same thing I say every time somebody mentions Space Legs. I want to fly a spaceship. I have no interest in walking around. I've walked around before in VR, and like, where's the gameplay? And walking into a station and talking to a mission giver is not gameplay, right? Like, walking places is not gameplay. So give me an example of gameplay, and sure, I would much rather have atmospheric planets and things like that to pretty to look at.
I'd say more how much I hate that idea. That is not...
Completely agree.
Oh
like, I have no confidence that Frontier can put together a good first-person shooter. That's not at all what I want.
If you want to get my dick hard, start talking about how you could maybe do EVAs where you're repairing something on your ship, or some kind of cool thing where you're repairing something with like a mining station on a planet or something, or like that.
Yeah,
you could do some really cool stuff with it.
Sure, and there's some things that could be done well. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence that Frontier would do that well. Oh, good. At least I was boosted when I got shut down. But yeah, again, that's not why I play Elite. I play Elite because I want to fly a spaceship. If I want to walk around, I'll go play No Man's Sky, which actually does Space Legs really well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I think once you're up, please enable wing beacons.
You got it. You got it.
I think you can have a bit of both. I agree with you, X. Show me the gameplay. If they just want to enhance their menus and immersion kind of thing, than the mission giver screens and walking around your ship. It'd be cool to do like and see the engineering panels, like you visit an engineer from the engineering bay of your ship, maybe.
Yeah, I
So, and
mean,
then
I'll also
that
say
kind
this:
of thing, but
anything
it
that
can't.
makes things take longer, I mean, if you can do that optionally, okay, fine, right? But the last thing I want is engineering to take more time or me to be in menus more time, right? Walking is
Yeah.
not gameplay. That's the answer I always give.
Right.
Which also brings a good point that since it will be a paid DLC, it will definitely be optional because they will not be able
True,
to
true, because everybody's
force
not
it
going to
on
have it.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
And
agreed.
in that case, if it will either be optional and therefore completely avoidable and useless, or will actually be somehow forced on everybody for some reason.
Well, you don't have to
Oh, that was quick.
necessarily.
There we
Those
go.
two
That was quick.
th- those two aren't necessarily exclusive. For example, there's a lot of people that haven't paid for Beyond, so they don't have the ability
Horizons.
to Horizons rather. So they
Yeah.
don't have the ability to do engineering, but that doesn't make it useless.
Yeah, but again, engineering is a sort of weird thing that, I mean, it cannot be really compared to engineering. Like base building, which is supposedly also coming, will probably be able to compare to engineering because it will definitely have some actual progression benefits, and
For
engineering
sure.
is the actual progression in this game. If we want to compare space legs or elite feet or whatever they're called now, to something from Horizons, it's definitely multi-crew.
Yeah.
Like imagine, like multi-crew currently does not offer any benefits in basically any game mode, barely works, doesn't have any unique gameplay, which anybody would actually want, probably with the exception of ship launch fighters, and is completely again avoidable. You can safely play the game without ever engaging in multi-crew, and you will not lose anything, which is why multi-crew is as dead as it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, multi-crew is a weird those it's a weird subset. It's a self-propelling problem in that nobody does multi-crew because it doesn't
Oh,
work
god damn
well,
it.
and because nobody does multi-crew, they don't fix it.
That's the old frontier problem. Like you can see the same pattern in basically every system we have. Like power play, yeah, it's broken, so people don't really engage with power play, so it's never gonna get fixed, or at least probably not gonna get fixed. Multi-crew, you already told about that. PvP, same thing. Balancing is all over the place, and not many people want to get into PvP because they are told to fly FDL or go home or something like that, and use plasma accelerators, and therefore they might not want to do that, and they just don't. They don't engage, and therefore it will not get fixed.
And so yeah,
Um,
Ava, let me pull this back real quick to the patch. So yeah, I'm gonna go. That was kind of enough for me right now to test since Gluttony and I are gonna do AXI tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you guys. That was great. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop wing because it certainly seemed that there was no issues with that. I mean, I was getting the stutter issue that I've been getting, so nothing new anyway. Pretty much the last thing I'm gonna do here, guys, before I head out for a bit, and I kind of hate to, given that we've got so many folks watching. If you've got questions that we haven't covered, please get them in chat. Tag me if it's something I've missed. Tag Aposto, and hopefully he can see it as well. And we'll try to get those answered. If you just joined a few minutes ago, the patch is pretty good so far. Don't worry too much about the mining quote unquote nerf. While it's probably going to be a change, and we'll probably make a little less because of the mechanics of it. It's not like some massive thing. The main bug right now is a frame rate issue, a stuttering issue that a lot of people are getting. I've pasted the link in for the issue in the bug tracker for that quite a bit. When I land here, I'll post that again. Boy, that was a beautiful landing. And so if you're getting that issue, I hope you'll go share that with folks. Whoops, let's do that again because I got the wrong thing. Otherwise, okay, what is happening?
So people seem to be asking at Commander Exegius your speculations on the next paid DLC.
Oh, I'm not, honestly, I don't even want to get into that. I really kind of don't enjoy theory crafting in Elite. I try not to get excited about a feature until we're actually playing it and it works. So what do I want? Fleet carriers, if they can do it right. My main issue with fleet carriers is I want them to be player upgradable, meaning I want to be able to manage what modules my station has. I want to be able to do something to give it a material trader or a guardian technology broker, things like that. If it's literally just you buy it and that's it, okay. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to move around a bunch of ships at once. So, okay, that's relatively cool. But other than that, I don't see much to it unless there's gameplay around it, like I keep saying.
It's going to have to.
No, go ahead.
It's going to have some of that because they've listed like 8 different types. They've listed search and rescue, exploration, mercenary, bounty hunting.
The question is,
it's got to have some of that.
Well, does that dictate what your ship is and that's it, and what options it has and stuff, or are we going to have the ability to, as I said, like manage our own ships, and I can do things to upgrade specifically the outfitting and system services on it and things like that. Another big question is it going to have a mission board, and how is that mission board going to work with BGS? I mean, that's a huge question, right? Because now all of a sudden, if I can fly my carrier into a system that only has a tiny shitty planetary station, for example, and now I can bring all my carrier and my ships and have outfitting and restock and all that stuff, that potentially seems pretty game breaking to BGS. So I kind of guess they won't have a mission board. If they don't have a mission board, for some of it's not as useful because you need the mission board a lot. So you want to keep your ships so there's lots of issues around it that I think have to be questioned, which I'm guessing is why they held it back. So I'm fine with that as long as when it comes out they get it right and there's gameplay around it. Space Legs, I've made clear, for me. I don't want to get it. I've gotten up and walked around in VR. It's cool for 5 minutes, and then it's not cool anymore. I want, if I'm going to have something like that, I want atmospheric planets. That's absolutely what I want. So what we're going to check real quick, guys, is I wanted to see what the mission boards are like at the megaships or the damage stations, just because that's a great place to get exquisite focus crystals, biotechs, some things like that you can only get from missions. And I'm going to test this further later today to see if this is a viable way to grab those versus just going to get 100 Imperial shielding and trading for 16 of each of them, which is probably going to be the faster way. But hey, there's gameplay here at least, and I actually really enjoy these. Let's see. What would you recommend I turn around, do damage stations, and curse and stuff?
Something else.
If you're headed to Colonia, I mean, it depends on what you want to do. I love Colonia. I think it's beautiful out there. It depends on what you want to get. If you need materials and stuff before you go, you can do some farming out in Colonia. We don't have great methods for like the crystal shards or for data that at least that I know about or anybody shared. You can still do high grade farming out there, just fine to get manufactured. But if your goal is to be out in Colonia, my alt lives out there. It's gorgeous out there. Aposto, what were you going to say?
And some people in stream too were mentioning CQC. It would be nice if CQC could get a little love here.
Love, yes.
Maybe at least make it easier to get a match. You don't have to do a blood sacrifice to get,
yeah, exactly.
actually play. And then maybe a new map or two would be good. Like something.
Speaking of, if there's enough interest, guys that are in channel right now want to say, and if there's got enough interest on stream, if you want to go, if you want to play some CQC, like right at the end of the stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to land here, then I'm going to log out to switch into VR. I'll stream this in VR just a little bit because I don't want to put you guys through having to watch a VR stream. And then if folks are around and want to play a couple, I'll end the stream for this, but if folks want to play a little CQC, that's great with me.
More than happy to melt faces with lasers.
It's also interesting to see because sometimes these patches do cause CQC errors and problems that.
There's 44.
Right, so
that's CQC.
Make sure it works.
And by the way, I just noticed that I absolutely should have had a heat sink on this thing. Where the fuck is my pad? Oh, there it is. I absolutely should have a heat sink, and I don't. I just realized that. This is outfit for passengers, not specifically this. Thank you again, Metal Gear. You're more than welcome, buddy. I appreciate the donation. That's very generous. Thank you. Somebody asked about selenium. Right now, you can grab selenium off planets. In fact, a friend of mine sent me... Oh, that was the station blowing me around. There's a pretty decent way to get specifically selenium. I personally go out to the crystal shard sites, and as I don't use yttrium for anything, I trade all my yttriums for selenium. But that whole loop does take, minimum it's going to be an hour out there and back. So.
Or you can save sideback.
Okay,
So-
so I'm not allied yet, guys. I'll have to run these later. Once you're allied, you're going to get better missions. So yeah, this is not going to be a good example of what we will get, because these are all just giving me simple stuff like module terminals and things like that. Since I'm not. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody I'm close to allied with. Okay, specialized legacy firmware. I think is a grade 4. No, that's grade 1. Never mind. So yeah, I'll test a little of this later. I plan to make a video on these because I never have, because this is potentially, it's a great way to get modular terminals to unlock Marco Quint, things like that. Oh, here's somebody I'm
So if
allied
you-
with.
If you find
Yeah,
yourself
same thing.
needing a lot of selenium, the best way to do it is go out to the crystal site, fill up all of them,
Yeah, yeah.
come back, use the material trader, trade all of them just for selenium. That will fill up your selenium. Then you turn around and do another 2 hours to do the same loop again to fill it up for themselves.
That's certainly one way to do
Again,
it.
if you have cash to spare, you can just suicide back.
And that's
to
what I do.
save
Yeah,
yourself
that's
the time
exactly what I
jumping.
do. And you can suggest that
so-
in a video to people and get a lot of people tweet. The way you get allied is you do missions for that. There's 2 ways to get allied, guys, quickly. If it's the faction that owns the station, you can just sell exploration data. If you make 6 million in profits from exploration data, you'll ally instantly. Or you can just do missions until you rank up. So I'm going to enable my VR, which is going to screw up my audio for a second. So I will be right back.
Also, trading. if
Hold
you
on,
do
hold on.
tra-
Don't say anything because they're not going to hear you. Okay, if stream can confirm that you can hear me at Discord, you guys can hear me too?
I hear you on Discord.
Okay, perfect. Oh, hold on. I'm going to probably reset one more time, actually. Damn it. Whenever I enable my headset, it screws up my audio. Okay, maybe I got lucky. Okay. Let me get that set. Alexa, set the overhead to 100%. Okay, give me just a sec. Let's exit this. Sorry, guys. This will take me a brief second to get into VR. And Kai, whatever you were saying, go right ahead again. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying. Also, if they're the faction that controls it, then you could sell the cartographic data. You could also do bounty hunting.
Sure.
You can also do trade. If you come in and sell commodities, you do get some rank up with that
Yep.
faction.
Yep. Lots. I find that the fastest way is to go do some exploration, do Road to Riches, which, by the way, I'm planning
for
here
sure.
very soon a new Road to Riches video. But do Road to Riches for, I mean, not long, 30 minutes or so, and then sell that data. It's as long as you sell 6 million in exploration data, you'll ally right away. I'll
Oh, yeah,
also
but if you do
try to
find
be
yourself
as slow as I
carrying-
can.
If you find yourself carrying a lot of combat bonds or a lot of bonds or whatever, it also works.
Yep. Lots of ways to do it. Okay. So I'll try to not shake my head as much as I can, guys. I tend to be an animated talker, but I'll try to be still to not make everybody sick. And forgive me, I can't see chat at the moment since I'm in VR, so if I miss your questions, I'm not ignoring you. If there's any donations, that's what I'm going to miss, and I don't mean to. If you are a VR player and you've never done one of these damage stations, they are extremely cool. So okay, let's do a couple missions here real quick. We'll just grab some. Let's go with the allied. Am I allied with anybody? Yeah, let's see if any of these are going to give us anything. Doesn't look like it. Grid resistors, what are those? They're grade 1. Great. Let's grab these that I'm not allied with. And just see how quickly we can ally up. And you noticed I just picked my dolphin. I mean, I could have taken my beluga, but I just grabbed this just because. Let's see if we can take from these guys. And one more to fill up. And now let's jump. These all should be going just to the mega ship, right? Yeah. And so all of these are, there's some gameplay here, but it's a little simple. We're just going to leave the station. Although again, I'm going to actually crank up the game audio here for a second because, oh, actually no, I'm not. Sorry, my macros are broken at the moment because of my controller screw up.
So Xegious, you got a question in the chat again. Can you please call out the name of that controller overlay again?
Yeah, it's gamepadviewer.com, and I have on my channel I've got a tutorial that explains it. But it's gamepadviewer.com. I'm going to tell you right now, it is definitely complicated. I think I said this before. I think it's the longest tutorial I've ever made on it. It's like 13 minutes or something, which for me is quite a while. Okay, let's jump to the rescue ship. I forget I kind of dig the interior of the Dolphin. Hell, for actually, you know what? Once I land, or once I'm landing, I'll use. I think I've got a docking computer on this because I'm lazy. I'll show you guys what it is like to stand up and walk around in VR. Which, if you're a VR player and you've never stood up while your docking computer's running, yeah, here we go. Hold on. Let me throttle up so it stops while I stand. Down, and so now and my headphone cable's a little short, but you know, for a limited way, oh my god, where's my head? I can, you know, I can walk around, look around. Sorry, my headphones are too short to move around too much, but like, okay, this is cool, and look at this, I'm walking around on my bridge, and I know you guys probably can't hear me, I'm a little far from the mic, but yeah, okay, that was fun for a couple minutes. So now let's sit back down.
So for the questions or for the people calling out the jitteriness or whatever, just keep in mind that if you put on the VR headset yourself, it doesn't seem as jittery. It's
my
just
view is completely smooth and perfect. It's just that all the little micro movements of my head, since the headset and the cameras are tracking that, you guys are feeling all that. That's why I don't stream in VR. But to me, the world is completely smooth and perfect. Right, so if you've played in VR, you understand that. If you've never played in VR before, you're not. That's what you're not understanding, right? So yeah, it looks like shit to you guys. Absolutely, that's why I don't do this. But for me, it's perfect. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to be as still as I can.
So there've been some comments also in the chat from people saying like, "Oh, Road to Riches is cool or whatever," but I'm a bubble boy. I stay inside the bubble. Just be aware that Road to Riches works great in the bubble.
Let's clarify what Road to Riches is. Road to Riches is, and let me turn off VR before I kill you guys. Road to Riches just means you're using exploration to make credits, and you absolutely still do that in the bubble, right? Now, as you're going out to someplace like Colonia, absolutely you can scan and you know, and make money and make great money that way, but that's not what we're talking about. There we go. So now that'll be a little nicer for you guys. So yeah. In fact, I need to do an updated Road to Riches with the new mechanics. In short, there's a tool called Spanch. You want to use Spanch to find Earth-like worlds inside the bubble. Super easy. You go just like, essentially you set a filter to say, find me Earth-like worlds that are less than 500 light seconds from the star. That way it's really quick and easy to get to them. You scan them with the probes. Usually it takes 6 probes if you're unengineered. I think it's 4 if you're engineered. And then you jump to the next one. I think I went the last rank from, which is half of the entire thing, and earned like 150 million in exploration in like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So I think you could probably do elite exploration in, I need to check and see if it's as fast as mining actually. Probably under 10 is what my gut says.
So we're getting questions at Exegius. What VR set do you use? And
Apostle just answered. I'll post the link to the review video I did, and I have the HP Reverb, which is essentially its claim to fame is it's the only headset on the market that has 0 screen door effect, which Apostle can attest to since I sent him one of them to test, not to have, but to test, there's definitely some downsides to it. The controllers aren't great. The video I'm posting right now, the full review of it will explain a lot about it. But in simple terms, the original Oculus Rift and HTC Vive have a PPI, pixel per inch, of around 450. The Vive Pro, the Index, the Rift S, the HTC Cosmos, all the new 1.5 generation headsets have a PPI of 640 roughly, and the Reverb has a PPI of 11,000 or 1100. So, like where you're talking 1440 by 1600 per eye, the Reverb is 2160 by 2160 per eye. So it is like looking at a monitor. It's one of those that once you go to it, trying to go back to any other headset is very difficult. I've either owned or had at my house 17 different headsets, and
Wow.
it's by far my favorite. For seated,
How much does that one run?
it's 650 for the Pro version and 600 for the standard, with the difference being the Pro has a leather faceplate. It also comes with a 1 foot cable if you're the one person that owns HP's backpack PC, and it has a better warranty supposedly. So
You can absolutely read everything. It's
You-
like
it
looking
absol-
at a monitor.
it's like looking at a
it
monitor.
Has, it
Yeah,
has
go ahead, Aposto, yeah.
the best resolution, and for me, when I was coming from a Rift to it, the screen door being absolutely gone like that, it does feel like zero screen door. I mean, you can't state enough until you actually experience it, but in Elite Dangerous and DCS world, it's drastic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you can read everything, just, the way that Elite Dangerous displays things to you and your menus, and just having that crispness, that 4K, kind of at least 2K look, like, and actually looking like a monitor rather than having that, screen door. And, if everybody, just to be clear, the screen door, it's like looking through little dots, or just moving like there's a screen above, your eyes, and you're looking through that at things. So, that being gone, with the resolution set to the way, I think that the resolution they're using should be the standard. Like, that should be the minimum standard
absolutely
for
agree.
VR.
Absolutely agree.
I can see where that resolution problem, maybe the other manufacturers wanted to go with that middle ground so that they could get a bigger market with video cards. People don't have the best video cards.
Yeah,
But
and
still.
quickly there, like the minimum GPU for the Reverb is a 1080, right? So a GTX 1080. I kind of think the minimum you want is in the 2060, 2070 range, because you're going to want to run. I mean, if you want to run with a lot of the visual stuff on in shadows and bloom and a lot of the cool effects, it's because of the resolution of it. It's rather GPU taxing. I mean, I've run an overclocked 2080 Ti, and I can't run Elite at full ultra. Right, especially on planets, man. You have to turn the shit down on planets pretty massively to get a very smooth. And I even play at 60 hertz in the headset instead of 90. Briefly, I'm lucky that I can't see the difference between 60 and 90 as long as I get a locked 60 and I'm not bouncing around. I can feel it on my monitor between 60 and 144, but in VR, I'm lucky that it doesn't bother me at 60. Aposto, it did bother you at 60, right?
Yeah, I couldn't stand it. It hurt.
And which, to me, it's funny because I completely don't understand that, because it's so fine for me.
You.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't at
odd,
all.
and those kinds of things too. Like when you're looking at VR sets overall, I think that is part of the experience. Like earbuds, right? Earbuds are going to hurt for some people, but be comfortable for others, or sound good for some people and not sound good for others. The bottom line, though, with the Reverb is, it's got the resolution, so everybody's going to experience that difference.
So to call back to just a minute or two ago when you had the headset on, and I didn't want to interrupt because we were talking about headset stuff, but there were multiple people that made the comment about upcoming trips to Colonia or whatever for the first time.
Uh-huh.
You for sure want to check out the video guide that Exegius did just within the last week or so on all the things you need to do to prep your trip to Colonia if you want to make sure that you unlock all of those engineers.
Yeah,
Because
in
you don't
fact-
want to have to make a trip back for that.
Well, and the reality is, to be clear, you absolutely can unlock the Colonia engineers from Colonia. Okay, so everything you need to do it is available out there. But if you're a player who lives in the bubble and you're basically just going to Colonia for a quick sightseeing trip or to just unlock them, I would argue that it's a lot more efficient to gather everything before you go, because it's all about that planning. And I was able to do the entire thing, like gather everything. Now, I had all the engineering mats I needed to roll the upgrades, which is a big part of it. So I did already have that. But to grab the 10 tons of osmium, the 100K in bounties, jump in my Anaconda and make just a few outfitting changes I needed, I could do the entire loop in about 4.5 hours. So that's fly to Colonia, gather everything, fly the 22,000 light years to Colonia, unlock all 4 engineers, rank them all to grade 5, pin blueprints and be back in the bubble. Now I use the Sidewinder fast travel method to get back. I was able to do all of that in right around 4.5 hours. So if you're looking to do it that way, you just want to. And if you've never been to Colonia, I definitely think you should go. It's really, really pretty out there. If you've never been, that deep where the star fields are super dense, it's really, really pretty. It's in a purple nebula that's really pretty. It's great all the way around. In fact, my alt that's out there, whoever won the alt account here earlier, that's a great use of an alt account, especially when the game goes on sale and it's so cheap. So guys, here, once I get landed, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out for a while. I will be back in about 8 hours or so. At least I get to rest a little bit with Gluttony Fang. So I hope those of you that can join do. We'll have the same kind of conversational style that we're doing right now. We'll be a little more focused between Gluttony and I to talk about what we're doing. But if you've got questions and stuff, that's great. If there's enough interest here in Discord when I stop and folks want to play some CQC, great. I'd be up for a little bit of that before I head out and actually grab some lunch. If you'd like to come join us in Discord, even if you don't have a mic and you just want to chat with us, and join us in CQC, I've been posting the links into the Discord in chat, so please do. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing everybody tonight or trying to think of what we're doing. Oh, this Friday, I don't know if we're going to work it out or not, but I also might be having Alec Turner, who everybody might know from his wonderful threads on the forums, and he is one of the senior guys with Buckyball Racing. So we're going to discuss the current Buckyball Racing Challenge, what Buckyball is all about, and in fact, I'm going to try to go do the challenge before the end of the week, so I can, because I've not done one before.
God.
Right?
Have you seen what this one is?
I've read about it. It's
Holy
pretty intense.
Shit, is it nuts?
Yeah, it's like you have to. You need a fast ship to jump from this system to this. You need some cargo space because you have to go drop a 1 ton of fish somewhere. Then you've got to enter and exit a station as fast as possible. So there's a number of different challenges. I think Alex told me he had died like 30 times trying to do it, like trying to get it faster and faster every time. Something nuts, right?
So because this one is to commemorate the Hull Seals, the whole point of it is you're supposed to damage your ship to the point of almost being exploding before you even start, and then while you run this race, you are repairing your own ship with repair limpets. So it's crazy.
And so there was a quick question about the stuttering issue. Yeah, we're all a bunch of us are experiencing pretty badly. Digitesh, if I'm saying that right, said that there's a statement that Frontier just released. I tell you what, if you can post a link to that for me, that'd be great. I'll approve it and let it in. Paige had responded back to the to my Discord, to my Reddit thread. Let me see if anything's there. I'm not seeing it. So if somebody can post that in, that'd be great. And I'll get that posted right before I actually exit out here. Give that a second. I'm not seeing it. I also don't see it in the forums. Let me look and see if there's an update in the forums. Found it. Okay, so in fact, you know what? Let me post this and I'll just put it on screen for you guys and treat you like children and read it to you. So give me a sec. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your patience while we investigate some of the issues that have arisen. We have determined the cause of the stuttering issue that players experienced upon exiting Hyperjump. It's not just that, and we'll shortly be releasing a patch to fix it. Okay, that's good. PC below, they're going to do that Wednesday at noon, so not until, what is that? That's a while, like 18 hours or so, something like that. Yeah, so I'll reply back. I'm going to reply to this right now.
So nothing about the ship fighter. Looks like they're just talking about the stutter from jump.
It's happening everywhere during gameplay. Also, still major issues with SLFs and lag. Oops. X. Okay. So again, yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you very much for everybody that joined. This has been a blast. I wasn't expecting to stream this early, but I'm glad I jumped on. Hope to see you guys tonight for Gluttony Fang. Otherwise, I will see you guys out there, and everybody remember to fly dangerously.